everybody, and welcome to another episode of Keys from the Golden Vault. This is prisoner number 13, or prisoner 13 if you're nasty, and today it's going to be ran by our very own Bunny Hearted. Take it away, Bunny.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to take the game. I'm going to run away. We're going to go to a cozy little tavern. We're going to have some pizza together, and then we'll see y'all in 4 hours. Please invent your own game to take the time slot. But in the interim, I guess we should probably introduce ourselves and all of that sort of stuff. I'm real heckin' happy to be here. I'm real heckin' sleepy. I am also Bunny Hearted. She and her or they and them are great for me. I'm a trans retro anime bunny girl villain VTuber, which is a fun sentence to say. I'm currently here in cartoon form, and I get to run this game. I will say of the Golden Vault, this is one of the ones that I thought would be the most fun to run, so I'm kind of glad that I got it because it's so flexible. I'm gonna sneeze. It's so flexible, and I think that's pretty heckin' rad. I should also give all of you a chance to introduce yourselves as well. Maybe I will follow the order that they're appearing on stream for people right now. So that would have us starting with Asterisk, then going over to Ravenous, then saying hello to the okayest DM, then saying hello to a cool chicken, and then Travis at the end. Does that order work for all of you?
Sounds
Y'all good?
Yeah.
All right, then next up, Asterisk, take it away.
Hello, I am Asterisk. You can find me on Twitch, Asterisk VTuber, he, they. I am a composer, musician, and general person that likes writing and DMing and stuff like that and having fun. And I am here, playing a Quintillius Qorvin. Kind of looks like a hobo right now, with a hat.
I mean, you know what? Why not? I should have worn a cool hat. Next time, I will wear a cool hat.
There's something cool about this hat for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess speaking of hats that need no hats, Ravnos, how you doing?
Hi everybody, I'm the Ravnos Archon. I run my own channel here on Twitch where I do ttrpg stuff, and I use he/him pronouns, and today I get to play the Koboldadin, as it was coined by our Banui benefactor, K'Rizz'K Yonder, the littlest hero of Bahamut.
No, I like the littlest hero. It's a fun time. And speaking of segues, okayest DM, how you doing?
Hey, I am Dennis. You can find me on the internet at okayest__DM. I'm probably best known as the creator of Sagas, which is a setting and genre agnostic system. But today I'm going to be playing Wilson Deathblur Cogberry, a gnome performance wrestler.
I was realizing that you and I both had played like wrestler arena characters so far this weekend, and I want to say that it's a point that I adore, and I'm glad that I get to run a game with this character in it.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of having coffee, Charlie, how you doing?
It's chicken, bok bok. My name's Charlie.
I will never be able to handle that.
You have the best intro.
And it came on a whim by me very lazily saying hello to a Twitch chat once. Anyway, my name's Charlie. I use they, them, or she, her pronouns, and you can find me on the internet at The Chicken Charlie or Charlie Greenbank, Charlie with 2 E's, because why not? Who cares? And I'm playing Skevy, Saura Skevy, burnt out PhD student evocation wizard who drinks way too much coffee and needs way more Vyvanse.
Excellent. Speaking of additional segues, Travis, how you doing?
Wonderful.
How you playing?
My name is Travis. Pronouns are he, they. I almost went right into my normal spiel. Today, I'm not running the game, which is amazing. Thank you all for allowing that to happen. I'm playing Vanashuuk, or Van to his friends. He is a Asathi, which are a species from the Scarred Lands. And I'm playing that to celebrate that Gauntlet of Spear Ghost just came out for Savage Worlds, and you should go over to drive through and buy it. That's me.
It's true. I'm also wondering if the mysterious voice of God and Dorktales, the moderator folks, could shout out some of the rad people here so I can find their Twitch accounts exactly. Because I was attempting some sneaky shout outs, but I wasn't sure I had the correct usernames. And I felt like y'all might know. So if you wanted to secretly do that during the, okay, well, I know yours, Charlie. I could have done yours. That's true.
No, people
That's
were
true.
saying hi, and I didn't get to say hi back.
I'm just saying I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Mysterious, beautiful Dorktales beings. Or I'll snag yell in a few minutes once we get started here too. I am a moderator over here. I can do whatever I want, I suppose. I can't be stopped.
You do have the power.
I do have the power. I should also say it's kind of an honor to get to run a game for you instead of causing total mayhem for you in a game that you're running.
It's nice.
And I feel like I'm in trouble. And that's this is you described this a little bit as upcoming revenge before the game started.
Yes, I did promise a little bit of revenge-based nonsense. So
I'm looking forward to it.
likewise.
So, Prisoner 13. We talked a little bit about this before stream, but I want to give all of you on stream a heads up as well that this particular game will take place primarily, assuming they follow the plot, who knows, inside and around a prison. It's basically a modern prison with like a medieval aesthetic on it. I'm not really planning to go into a bunch of like the prison-y trope vibes or any of that stuff. But if you're someone who is worried about watching a prison in a tabletop game, then I felt like I would want to give you a heads up on that. And then before we get started, is there anything else that y'all want to make sure is shared before we go?
That I love every single one of you, and you're doing great in the world.
No, I can't do heart symbols or my hand tracking will explode. So I'm just gonna do this instead. Yeah. I can try. Hang on. I got one hand. I do have two hands. Oh, lead motion. Oh, hang on. Okay, well, it's not. There was an attempt. I think I did a weird circle, and then my fingers started wiggling around strangely on their own. So, cartoon problems. Speaking of cartoon problems, though, we do get to start majestically in a tavern. We talked about starting in the Absent Goose, but I felt like I would see if y'all have any ideas on where you're gathering before. You are all members of the illustrious organization that I want to make sure I get the exact name right of. I mean, the Golden Vault, but I forget what the name of the organization is. You're all Golden Vault operatives. You've worked together before. You know what you're doing. Where would you gather to receive a mysterious mission?
Probably that tavern.
Yeah, the tavern sounds good.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. The goose has never been sighted there.
The tavern does sound good. I do have a one order of business I would like to attend to before I go anywhere. If it's not already assumed to be attended to, I would like to take 1 hour and 10 minutes to ritually cast Find Familiar to summon myself an imp.
You know what? I think you got plenty of time. You could even
Excellent.
be doing that at the tavern if you want. No one's going to judge you. The goose that runs this tavern hasn't been seen for hundreds of years. It's total nonsense in here now. Don't worry about it.
That's fair. I may just be sitting in the corner finding my familiar.
Doing nefarious and spooky rituals.
Indeed.
You need help finding your familiar? I'll help searching.
I appreciate that.
Just so much energy from a 3-foot tall guy with muscles.
Picture you pulling out a magnifying glass and flipping a table over to look underneath it.
Oh, there's absolutely table flipping. No familiar here.
A small pile of trench coats nearby that might secretly contain several geese looks on in alarm. How could you? How could you? I can't believe you've done this. Done. Well, I was going to ask you all to describe your characters as we're gathering around the tavern here. Why don't we start with the table flipper then? Tell me about Death Blur Cogberry. What does Death Blur look like?
Death Blur is his stage name. His real name's Wilson Cogberry. He's about 3 feet tall. He's a gnome. And he is best known for his stage performances, zipping around and rolling in between the legs of his opponents. But he also has that doesn't get him very much money, so he has a nightlife where he helps people lose things.
You're like a
He
opposite of a
very rarely
detective.
wears a shirt and almost
Detective
always
isn't.
has a mask.
Ooh, wait, hang on. What kind of mask?
Oh, it's literally just like a piece of like cloth wrapped around his eyes with eye holes cut out.
Excellent. Very, very much excellent. And so you're flipping tables, perhaps sitting at the table that was just sent flying. Who wants to describe themselves next?
I totally can. Quintillius Qorvin is completely the opposite, incredibly lanky and tall, about 6'4". But then he has a really wicked slouch, wearing this long trench coat and just a really pale white shirt. And then this kind of, the only interesting thing is the fact that out of everything, the hat's kind of fancy, not too bad. But he's just tinkering around and looking around at people, seeing the party that he's going to be with for this time, and immediately just turns over to Saura and just, you cast spells, right? Something like that?
Sometimes, yeah.
You're focused. Let me see it. Let me see the focus.
I hand him a coffee mug.
Perfect. And I will spend the rest of the time with like God knows how many tools, and I'm an artificer, and I will enhance the arcane focus to give the coffee mug a +1. It is now a coffee mug
Yo,
+1.
let's go. That's really rad. we're summoning imps and we're improving arcane focuses. That's fantastic. This coffee mug is absconded with from Saura Skevy. Tell me, what does Saura look like, Charlie?
Saura is an air genasi whose figure is is humanoid but looks quite abstract for an humanoid. Her hair is very wild, kind of like mini tornadoes. She constantly tries to put it up, but keeps breaking like scrunchies and hair ties, but that does not stop her from putting it up. She constantly has bags under her eyes. She looks like she's never slept. And she's always sporting merchandise from the school of the exceptionally wealthy and gifted. Because she's like watching I need character names up because I'm horrible with names. She's watching Quintillius like fiddle with her mug as she pulls out a second coffee mug and starts drinking it, and watches like intently. Saura also has Sora's entire thing is for knowledge. Saura only cares about knowledge and immediately will just be sidetracked if there's knowledge or books or anything for her to read. So she's watching and noting down all the stuff that the artificer does, and mumbling every once in a while like fascinating and jubilating.
Very excellent, very excellent. Well, speaking of fascinating and enjuveling folks, between Ravnos and Travis, do we want to learn more about K'Rizz'K first, I think?
Quizzic, yeah.
Or Van.
By all means, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna pull my shield off of the table before it gets flipped, and just kind of pull the shield and my mug off. Wilson, please put the tables back when you're done. Thank you.
Do you angrily flip the table back into place?
I try, but it lands totally upside down.
Trying what matters. But K'Rizz'K is 2 feet 6 inches tall. He's a little green kobold, but he has a crest and spine that the scales have a little kind of what looks like a silver sheen to their edges, but it's actually like tarnished platinum, because he is a servant of Bahamut. He has little patches of what look like chainmail that should have been for a taller person, but has been scrounged into armor for himself. And the etching of Bahamut's dragon head on his shield was done by him, so it's not the best. It looks like an 8th grader tried to draw a dragon from memory. No shoes, so he does little plop, plop, plops when he walks. But he is the
I'm writing
the
that
father
in my notes.
figure.
Plop, plop, plop when walks.
Yeah, but he is trying to be a father figure to a lot of the other recruits that are coming into the Golden Vault.
Sounds good, sounds good. Would you be a father figure to Van, do you think? And Van? Tell us about yourself.
So Van is a Soth, which is a snake person. He is extremely expressive with his posture. He is effectively a humanoid snake with arms and legs. So his height goes from, about 4 feet tall when he's very hunched down and crunched up, all the way up to about 6 feet tall if he is, particularly if he's surprised, looking to see if he's about to be caught doing something, or, just generally trying to get a lay of the land. He'll stretch up to about 6 feet tall. Currently, he has the hood up on his Cloak of Elvenkind and is just, muttering some various chants in his native tongue, attempting to bring forth his imp servant, Soto.
Excellent, excellent. Gonna mark down Soto in my list. And sorry, I keep muting myself. I'm coughing today. I don't want to put that on screen.
While I get done with the mug, I think I'm just going to point over. I'm going to point over at K'Rizz'K and just, you're next, by the way. You're going to take the hits for me, right?
Yes, this is what I have been tasked to do.
Yeah, I think I'm like twice his height, but then I'm just gonna like lean over and start tinkering with his armor and also do enhanced defense on it, and you get +1 AC to that one.
Should I take this off? Should I take this off while you work on it, or?
No.
Oh, that tickles. That tickles. Not there.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. And that's it.
Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. So as you finish tinkering with the armor and Soto suddenly appears, how does Soto get summoned when you summon your familiar?
So ultimately, I think there's a moment where I say the last chant and I sort of point my head up at the sky and hold my hands out, and then like eyes closed and like open one eye and look around a bit and open the other eye and look around a bit. And right when I sort of like sink, like, oh crap, I'm not sure I did it right, there's like a poof of smoke and a little imp appears in front of me.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. With perfect timing, a poof of smoke appears, a little imp appears in front of you, and the door flies open. It's going to fly open with a dramatic bang, but there's no one in the doorway. Instead, a single butterfly, shimmering in gold with a little trail of sparkles behind it, will fly in towards the flipped over table. Will spin in a couple of confused circles. We'll fly over to Van's table and we'll drop a small music box down in the middle of the table for you. It'll then flutter out the window, leaving majestic sparkles behind it as it goes. You know what this is. What do you do?
I do. Do I? I know what this is?
Yeah. If you open it, you will probably receive your mission.
Ooh, excellent. In that case, I'll pop it open and I'll sort of go, hey, psst, psst, and sort of try to wave everybody over as I open the box.
Plop, plop, plop.
What is this? What have you found, Van?
You would think that with the use of sending stones, we'd do something less archaic, but it's kind of neat, I guess.
You feel like you're being judged by a butterfly.
It's
Sense the butterfly's judgment.
It's very expensive to try to get sending stones for everyone.
These magic
Unless you get like one of
boxes-
those combination plans.
Ah, yes, an adventuring party plan.
Exactly. Then you have shared data, though. It's so complicated. Sorry, Charlie. I think you were about to say something too.
I was saying, I was like, can't be any less expensive than making music boxes that disappear all the time.
Oh, that's no problem. I'm going to just snap my fingers and make a music box appear because I'm a conjuration wizard.
And besides, I think that the mechanics of it's probably the same music box used over and over again.
That would be smart.
Fascinating. I write it down.
It's
Do you
recycling.
open the first music box?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So as you open it, a small snore will play, followed by an equally soothing voice. Greetings, operatives. We have discovered the location of a great dwarven treasure, but only a prisoner incarcerated within the prison of Revel's End knows how to access the vault. This quest, should you choose to undertake it, requires you to travel to the prison, infiltrate it, and learn how to access the treasure from the prisoner. Return this information to the dwarf known as Varen Axebreaker, who will brief you on the details of the mission if you should so choose. Good luck, operatives. Little calling card will appear with the name of another inn closer to Revel's End where you could meet Varen if you wanted to.
So we're gonna break into jail? That seems backwards.
It works. I have tools for that.
We could just talk to the warden.
But I don't have tools for that.
What? What? Why on earth would we do? I'd sooner get myself what if we get ourselves arrested?
Well, I was thinking if one of us gets arrested and the other ones can come for like visiting hours, it would be good to like work
Let's-
both on the inside and outside.
Let's put arresting at the bottom of the list.
I think arresting should go beneath talk to the warden. That's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it's lower, very much lower, but the warden is higher.
I love how this flowchart is developed.
I mean, as like I look specifically at Van, I go, as a wizard, you don't need much. I'm sure I could sneak you in a content pouch. Why don't we just get you arrested and then we can come visit you?
I mean, if that's what, ooh, do you think they'd arrest an imp?
I think they kill imps
Make
actually.
oh, hang on. What's the best test for that? For like general knowledge of stuff. I
History?
mean,
Maybe
hey,
a
I would say
history?
history or
Yeah.
or maybe even insight.
I can make a history check, I suppose.
Yeah, go for it.
Trying to remember.
That's an
if
18.
Imp's been arrested in the past.
Yeah,
So off the top of your head, you're not sure about any times that the imps were arrested. But Revel's End is quite far to the north above a sea of moving ice, and it's meant to contain some of the most heinous criminals in all of the Sword Coast. If anyone's going to arrest an imp or an impish sorcerer, it would probably be Revel's End.
Well, yeah, but that's like a long place away, and then we got to get moved there, and that seems. This is starting to sound like a lot of work.
You do have a little note with information of where to contact a dwarf whose name I'm going to scroll down to read again, Varen Axebreaker, in another inn in town.
Well, more to the point, the getting arrested part. I think the going is good, and we should do that. Let's talk to the dwarf. Maybe the dwarf has some ideas. We can always break in, right?
Maybe the dwarf is the warden.
You know, you have an unhealthy obsession with this warden character. I'm just
There are
suggesting
laws.
that. Walk off.
I'm just gonna slowly follow them out. I was just, well, yeah, we could probably talk to the dwarf, but if we have a door, I could just blow open the door. That'll be easy.
I do think that is a recipe to get us caught, but I like your enthusiasm. Do you have like quiet explosions?
I do.
Ooh.
Writes it down. Van,
Sort
wait.
Just gotta continue walking forward, kind of thinking about it. Well,
I love the prospect of a quiet explosion. It raises a lot of questions for me. So, all of you in whatever town you're in, it's probably Baldur's Gate, very well know the tavern that this dwarf is at. It's, of course, the Hole. It's dug out into the ground. by dwarves. They were digging a hole, and it turned into a tavern over time. It's full of local dwarfs. You know the vibe. Is that where you're gonna head?
That was where I was walking off to. Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'll
Sounds
follow.
good.
Yep, same.
Well, it's basically across the street, so not too far to go. You'll go through the big, huge, dramatic stone doorways that has a little thing written above it that you may be able to read if you speak Dwarven.
I do not. I will, however, have Soto just firmly grasp my back neath my cloak so that people don't freak out and kill him.
It's probably a good idea. And you will wander in. The entrance to this bar goes down a dark and spooky hallway, lit by torches and candlelight, and then more torches and additional candlelight as a cool glowing bonus. And you enter into a massive chamber at the bottom. This bar is unreasonably large and very well carved and seems an awful lot like it's turning into some sort of dwarven hold under the city, but that's probably fine. And sitting at the bar are several dwarves. One of them appears to match the tiny sketch that the butterfly left you on the tiny note. That is probably Farron Axebreaker. What do you do?
Hi,
I will
Varen.
point to him and say, "That's our contact."
You just walk up. Hi, Farron.
Yeah. Plop,
That's
plop, plop.
exactly what Sora does. Hi, Varen. And sits down.
My friends, have you answered the call? He says.
Yes,
Butterfly?
of course.
This
Yeah.
dwarf has an incredibly majestic beard, braided. A little bit of a butterfly motif because I'm going with butterflies now. His hair is perfectly organized. He looks like he moisturizes it somewhat unreasonably. And he's wearing armor that looks like it is a knockoff of very shiny armor, but it's still kind of nice looking. It's nice-ish. It's not that nice. It could be nicer. He's working on it, you know. He will usher the five of you over to a table where a couple of other dwarves are sitting that will then scoot out of the way as he approaches. And he
So
will
is the
whisper,
treasure lost or something like that? Is that why we're getting plans for it?
Yes. Thank you for hearing me out on this one. My clan is located well stolen from us many years ago. It was a lost treasure, but it's sealed in a vault that's magically locked, and if you can recover the key, whatever it is, you'll gain the undying gratitude of Clan Axebreaker. He says that part really loud, and a few other dwarves go, whoa! Across the massive tavern. That'll cost you in a percentage of the recovered treasure, of course.
Oh, that's unnecessary, but thank you.
No, it's
If
very
you're
necessary.
Potentially being rewarded by your organization to some degree as well, but
I would like to add on the docket that I would like a percentage of the treasure. It would go far in my inventions.
excellent. You'll put a big old meaty paw on your shoulder for a moment, then pull out a notepad and go, what percentage exactly?
Hundred.
Just appeared on his nose.
I'm just gonna look at the rest of the group.
I think you should negotiate for all of us, because I tried to eat dwarven gratitude one time and it left me wanting.
Well,
Quintillius,
honest-
you should be fair about this.
Well, if the treasure is as vast as you say, let's do it on the terms of how real estate agents do this. 3%.
Sorry, I missed that. 3%? 30%?
3%. 3.
3.
3?
That's
No.
good. That's good.
3%
gonna-
sounds reasonable to me. Deal mate.
No.
Excellent. Done.
I'm gonna cast message at Quintillius.
3%, and we get the other
He puts his little notepad away, pulls out beers from somewhere, and throws them
Yep.
across the table, one for each of you. Sorry, what were you all doing?
I was casting message at Quintillius and saying, "That is not okay."
I clap him on the shoulder. You did good. That's very nice of you.
Again,
Yeah.
using message, you did not do very good at all.
Sora, you see Sora calculating student loan debt in her brain and like sinking into herself a little bit.
Death Blur is grabbing the nearest mug. Doesn't matter if it's his, and just toasting 107%.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He will toast right alongside you with his majestic face and beard. Now, the catch here is that the person who knows how to open the vault is rotting away in the prison of Revel's End. She's proved uncooperative with my people in the past, but I recently discovered the vault where she hid what she stole from us, and I need you to question her and learn how to open the vault, and how you do that is up to you, although I imagine your organization has some opinions about how to go about doing these things. If you need to spring her from the prison in exchange for this information, please do so, and I can provide you with a way in, as well as you'll pull out a faceted sapphire the size of a small orange, the layout of Revel's End, and a few useful trigs.
It looks like a sapphire on the inside?
It does. It looks like he's holding a sapphire.
No, I
Potentially, it
literally
looks like a
say
sapphire.
it looks like a sapphire on the inside.
He looks at you and takes a small drink. Then he waves his hand over the gem, and a glowing blue image of a building floor plan will appear in the air above it.
Oh, magic.
taps
I should have
this
seen
gem.
that coming.
And the image vanishes. The sapphire splits into sections, one for each of you. Do you take them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happily.
Sweet. As you touch it, the fragment grows warm in your hand, then melts and vanishes, leaving a warm, tingling sensation behind.
Oh, I
gone.
think I broke mine.
They'll chuckle
ate
at
mine.
you. Think about the map of Revel's End, and you'll be able to see it, he says.
Oh.
But then how am I supposed to mark my map for everybody else to see?
I think use
This
Alt
is a
Shift.
good question. We would need some sort of rolling system, up to 20 of them, perhaps, to share an object of such prestige. However, we fundamentally don't have this potentiality at present. Of course.
No, it's okay. I'll just write out the map, and then I'm just gonna start with an empty scroll to start like writing out the map that I can think of right now.
Do you need me to have the map drawn while we I can make that happen. Just give me a minute.
I was like, okay, so the first step is get there. Second step is get in. Third step is convince them that they want us to help them and that we're okay to that we're like the good guys. And then fourth step profit, kind of, sort of.
But we are the good guys.
There's an anti-magic field in the cells.
Oh.
So he, essentially, if any of you do think about the prison, a shimmering blue map will appear, very much like a three-dimensional blueprint in some kind of sick spy movie. On this map are several layered areas of a hexagon-shaped building, some like outer spiked sections, sort of like a star fortress in like layout here. There is a yellow dotted line starting at the room named Guards. It seems to go around an outer hexagon shape. And then inside are several red sections that are marked as prisoner cells. Prisoner 13 cell is marked as well. From the layout of the prison, it seems like it's probably some kind of a panopticon where there's like a central room marked surveillance on your blueprint. And all of the prison cells seem to be facing it.
Oh, the
And
worst
you're right.
prison
There is
system.
a permanent anti-magic field over each of the prison cells.
So an individual anti-magic field on each cell.
It looks like each section of cells has one large field, but you'd have to go
Okay.
to know for sure.
Is there any indication of what is causing that field?
Not that you can see on the map.
I hate to say it, but we might have to talk to the warden.
Boom goes the artificer dynamite.
That is the most nonsensical thing anyone has said all day.
Well, we need to
will-
know why there's no magic. Like, because I hate to break it to the two of us, we're a little bit useless without the arcane on our side.
That is absolute nonsense. I reach under my cloak and have my imp hand me my thieves' tools, which I then rattle in their face and put back under my cloak.
Did you rattle an imp in her face?
That's what I heard.
I do like it a lot better that way. If you just leave the thieves' tools on the floor and shake an imp.
I would imagine the imp is just hanging from the thieves' tools while I am rattling. Put it back up.
I love this. I love this very, very much.
As a university student, can I make a history roll to see if I know anyone that's doing a co-op program at the prison?
You know what? Of course you can. Of course you can.
Cool.
He does, as you're having this discussion, he will mumble, I do have a plan, you know, at least to himself.
This is making up for my 4 nat rolls and a 1 yesterday with a nat 20 for a 26.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a die. Let's see how lucky you get here. What's the name of the school that you go to?
The School of the Exceptionally Wealthy and Gifted.
Sweet, I'm just adding an NPC to my list for some reason.
So, for future reference, not because this is going to be pertinent at all, but just so that I understand the way that the your interpretation of the 5e rules, Bunny.
Sure.
Once a familiar has been summoned, the magic is done. Correct?
In my mind, yeah.
So there's no reason.
The familiar might not be able to cast magic in an anti-magic field, but it wouldn't vanish.
But you could, for example, crawl into one and bite someone on their nose just as a off the top of the head. All right, beautiful.
Yeah, the little being like a magical creature popping into an anti-magic field doesn't explode. It just can't do anything. At least in my mind, it's like it's not gonna cast fireball on you, but it's not gonna like cease to be.
Cool.
I'm not sure if this rules is written, but it's rules is Bunny.
That's fair.
Speaking of rules is Bunny, Saura, you actually know someone from school. There's a very prestigious chef's wing, of course, in the School of the Exceptionally Wealthy and Gifted. You know someone deeply intolerable. He's a mouse folk. His name is Francois. He's a really, really fancy wannabe chef. And you're pretty sure the last time you heard from him, he was talking up how good he was going to make the prison food up at Revel's End.
Oh no, I have to talk to Francois.
Who?
Have you ever met an annoying mouse that thinks they're amazing because they can make eggs?
No.
That's Francois. However, he does work at Revelstoke, so he might know something about the anti-magic fields and maybe like.
No. Baron said he had a plan.
If he doesn't, can I eat him?
Sora thinks about it for a second and goes, "No, I think it'll do bad on my GPA if I let you eat him."
You did also roll fantastically on that check as well. So just to clarify that he's very proud of his ability to make egg. Plural eggs is it's too pedestrian. It's all about appreciating that one singular orb.
I'm gonna start drafting him up a letter.
Mr. Axebreaker, sir, I have a question, a couple of questions. You see this reddish area here that says permanent anti-magic field? That's just inside the cells, right?
No, I believe so. I haven't been myself, of course.
But if
this
it is
high quality intel,
and we can get our prisoner out of it, then why would we need to worry about the anti-magic if we don't? Once the prisoner, you see him just like fry up circuit inside his brain and give up.
It's not necessarily that we can't get the prisoner out of the magic field, but if you notice, the walls are part of the anti-magic field, and we can't break the walls on the other side, and the door has this central sentry. You could see it. I'll just kind of do this little thing. In between, there's like a surveillance tower and everything. I'm sure the guards are looking at the cells the entire time. So if we can't break the walls and we can't get to the door, then we can't use magic to appear in there. We have to use other means to get our prisoner out. And even if they get out, the guards will see. So we have to do something with the guards. And honestly, I think this Francois thing would be a really good idea, because if we make them sleep more, sleep more. Francois can make food we can have some sort of sleeping powder, right?
You wish to poison them then?
No, well, not poison them, just make them sleep a little bit more.
Yes,
And
with poison.
That's sleeping too much.
That's too much.
And what
Can
are
tell you a
the
little bit about their
counselors?
security procedures, if that's helpful.
Ooh, yes.
My spy was very thorough.
Do tell, and I'll take out like a notebook and start.
Excellent. So he'll give you a little bit of an overview. It sounds like whoever's running this prison is very exacting. The guards operate on a set schedule. There are security features present on doors and hatches. So there's some kind of a potential alarm that could go off if doors and hatches are used incorrectly. And that the prison has a alert procedure as well. So when an alarm goes off, and an alarm could be triggered should something happen, there is a whole procedure in place to secure the prison and the prisoners. So they're vaguely well prepared is basically the gist he's attempting to get across.
Do we know what that procedure is?
Not the specifics off the top of my head, but are rolling a die. My spy suggests there's some sort of a code word or something.
Is there yard time that the prisoners get? Or are they stuck in those rooms for days?
To be honest, I'm uncertain. I'd heard something about them having a time to remove buckets of human waste, but that's all that I know.
And what are counselors? There's this part on the map right here that looks like a bunch of beds.
Oh, that would probably be the people responsible for commuting sentences or issuing additional punishments or that kind of stuff. You have to have the civilian wing in your fancy prison system, of course.
So could we perhaps take their clothing?
Potentially. I
And
do
pose
have a
as
whole
these-
plan ready for you, of course.
Oh, let's hear your
You
plan.
have a plan, we'll just use that!
For sure, my spy is incredibly resourceful. Her plan is that you would replace various staff when they do the next staff change, and you would simply take their places.
Wait, but
not-
Sora, wouldn't you get found out then?
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna tell Francois that I'm doing it for extra credit and tell him that his egg is good and he'll be fine.
That you're breaking someone out of prison for extra credit?
No, that I'm taking a chef class for extra credit and that I need to do. And she like cringes. Learn from the best. Ugh.
Oh, that's very convincing. I'm certain that will work, yes.
I'll work on it.
I'm going to explicitly write down on my notes, tell Mouse that their egg is good. And then just continue on.
Excellent. Very excellent.
Are we, so we're definitely going to like rest before we go to this place, right? We're like days travel away, right?
I mean,
Correct.
the ship with staff would be leaving from here, but it is days' travel. No one wants to stay there very long, so there's significant turnover.
Gotcha.
Do you have any more questions for me? I have a whole list of answers here. He's pulling out his little notepad.
What's in the armory?
Can we just look at your notes?
No, they're my notes. I want to give them my own little flair if I answer your questions with them.
Then can you
Well, they're my
dictate
spy's notes, really.
one moment? Donnie, come here. And I create a unseen servant, a useless, brainless mass of energy over here that can take notes for me. Read your notes. Read your notes, and the moron will transcribe.
Right. Well,
I don't
know
mean you, Quintillius. I mean the other.
too much about what
And I'm just gonna be like,
in the armory, but I do know that it has some kind of a mysterious and dangerous guardian.
Oh, that's not good. That's right next to the kitchen. If anything bad goes wrong in the kitchen, the armory guard's going to show up immediately.
We don't know that.
What if we give the armory guards an extra portion of food?
Absolutely, yes.
What if we give the armory guards an extra portion of food that we have poisoned?
We don't need to poison everyone.
Well, we don't need to, no.
This is why staff turnover is so high at this prison, isn't it? All the prison breaks. Everyone gets poisoned all the time.
Look, there are poisons that are not lethal. I think we are completely overlooking the possibility of anaphylaxis here. There are a lot of things that we could do to turn the situation to our advantage that don't involve killing anyone. It's allergies.
Varen, who do we talk to when we get close to the prison?
Well, Bathra will take you there on the ship if you're following my plan.
Right.
And then you would simply enter as staff.
Oh. So there's no inside man?
Not as such, no.
We're technically the inside men in that situation.
Oh.
So, just so that I'm clear on this, your contacts would remove the people whose places we would be taking.
Mm-hmm, yes.
I'm going to just kind of look at our group again. And you don't think that
assures me that they would be fine.
You don't think anyone's going to notice?
What would they notice?
They would just notice that we're new hires. We're not pretending to be them.
I thought of a joke that I can't say on stream, so I'm not gonna.
Wait, is this place cold?
Oh, incredibly.
So once we have the prisoner, how are we getting the prisoner
or the
out?
information?
What's that plan?
But well,
So we get there. We're dressed up in clothes in the kitchen. Then what?
Well, you find a way to get the information of how to access the vault, and then you leave. You could take prisoner 13 if you need to.
Oh.
You don't even need to break them out then, huh?
Just need the information. Well, who is prisoner 13?
Cordra Glintstone. She used to be a trusted agent of Clan Axebreaker until she betrayed us and stole our fortune.
Oh.
Her cell is marked on the map.
Oh, so you're trying to get back the fortune she stole.
She must have the key, or at least know where it is, but every method we've tried to locate the key has failed. I assume that perhaps she's given it up in exchange for freedom or something, but she must know where it is.
Nope.
Okay, and once we get
really
that
easy.
information, or the or Cora, then what? How are we getting out? Are we using that dock?
Oh, but we'll simply have a ship nearby. Whenever you're ready to leave, simply shine a light from the dock after dark, and the ship will pick you up.
There's
You're gonna be there?
There's a whole bit about getting out of the actual prison between there and the dock, though.
I mean, I wouldn't enter the prison. People know me, but I could be on the ship.
Okay. This sounds easy.
How do we get back out of the prison?
You got legs of some sort.
If we can get in, we can get out.
I think there are several people who are residing there that might beg to differ with that logic.
But we're not in cells. We're going to be workers. We'll be in workers' quarters. We'll just leave when the shift change. We just have to do with everything within an 8-hour period so we can go on our mandatory break.
I think we get in as staff. That's a great idea. All for it. Once we're in there, I think that we should combine Quintillius's desire for explosions with our own natural ability to create chaos. So we just flood the entire chamber, because that whole central area around the Panopticon is not anti-magic, correct?
No, not according to the map, no. As far as I'm
Right.
aware, it's only the cells.
So then we
They have
just...
their own magic for security, I believe, so it needs to be.
Right, so we just fill that Panopticon area with absolute chaos while Quintillius blows the wall out of the cell with something that's good, nice, and not magic-y. We snatch the prisoner, we all run away in the chaos.
Right.
We get our answers on
Whatever
the
you
boat.
think would work.
Not
And
magic.
I'm sure at some point the prisoners are fed. You could probably try to bring her food or something, but the plan is up to you. Regardless, if you're leaving, Beth was at the dock and is waiting for you as the ship is leaving quite soon, and she's already knocked out 5 staff members.
Time is of the essence.
We should probably go.
Vamonos,
Yeah.
friends.
Non-magic. I might actually have more use making distractions than blowing things up then. And
You don't
I'll just
have
continue walking forward.
a bomb? You don't have a bomb?
I mean, no, I have things that make fire. A lot
No.
of fire and smoke.
That's fine.
Smoke will be useful.
And I
Yeah.
have my hat.
K'Rizz, do you have a bomb?
No. That's racist.
No, listen.
Oh no!
Not all kobolds build bombs.
Listen here, okay? With your... I've got scales too.
Oh.
That's right.
Well, if we don't have a bomb and we
Great.
don't have a non-magical way to break into a non-magical cell, then I can just pick the lock. I've done it dozens of times.
Same here. I rattle my
The
thieves'
imp again?
tools and imp.
Actually, throughout all of this, I realized we could just use this. And then I take out a bottle. We could do that during the chaos, and it'll help. And
Drink?
I open the bottle, and smoke just starts pouring out of it.
Oh.
It's a ever
Oh,
smoking
brilliant.
bottle.
What?
Oh, nice.
And
Handy.
this
That
billowing
is
black
yes.
smoke that starts filling the tavern before I just kind of snap it shut again, and it kind of dissipates.
Pull up the bottle, Varen looks very excited for a moment, but then smoke comes out of it and you put the lid back on and he sort of gets crestfallen and sinks down in his seat.
You're in a
You should go
tavern.
to the ship then.
So do we...
To the ship.
And as we're talking and walking, do we know if there are any mechanisms besides the simple lock that hold those cells shut?
There were alarms and traps the spies mentioned. That some of the doors or through some of the sections might be connected to. So I would assume that maybe the doors themselves to the cells would be connected to some sort of alarm system as well.
Well, if we're creating chaos, the alarms are going to go off.
Exactly.
So we needn't worry about that. I'm just thinking, if we go in, we create the chaos, we pick the lock, we get... Since we can't, blow the wall out, since
Anybody
nobody's
could-
got any bombs.
I try to keep things a little bit less, more contained.
Yeah, I mean, I guess y'all are in Baldur's Gate. You could go buy bombs.
No. Quintillius, I appreciate what you've done for us. Thank you.
Yeah, well, right?
I give Quintillius a gold star sticker.
Not again.
Oh. See that?
It's-
She
what's
doesn't
this?
give those out very often.
Oh, well, okay. I'll like stick it on my shirt. It's like a white shirt and there's a gold star on it now.
I believe in
Like
people
Stephen
being
Universe.
recognized for their good work. Everyone will get one, I'm sure.
And if
Death
worse,
Blur gives a little yes.
and if worse comes to worse, we can always use my hat, and it'll be fine.
Your hat.
It is a good hat.
Yeah, let's get on the ship, and I'll just walk towards the docks.
Plop,
Sounds
plop, plop,
good,
right
sounds
behind him.
So,
I will
As
take
you
notes
approach
from
the
my. Oh, sorry.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say I'm taking the, ink, the paper and pen from my unseen servant and dismissing them with a wave and a mean word, and then getting on the boat.
I like the idea of you just saying a mean word and then it vanishes.
Yes.
Really literal spell casting. As you approach the dock, of course the docks here are seedy and full of mysterious and dark alleyways. Out of one of them appears a very, very stocky dwarven woman. Say, right then, to the ship, is it?
Yeah.
To the prison. I don't like to go on ships not knowing what if it. You're for the prison, right?
That's right. Nice to see you in person.
Good.
She looks behind her and you can see 5 barrels with feet sticking out of them that are wiggling around a little bit. You're replacing them, shall we?
Oh,
Let's shall.
wait. Are they staying here?
They'll be fine.
Well, we could ask them like important questions, right?
There's other staff on the ship. You're
Okay.
brand new hires. You don't need to know anything. Let's do this.
Sure, this sounds. I'm a fan of this plan. I'm glad we're involved. I walk on the boat.
Something
I love
tells
to
me
plan
he is
things
not.
slightly.
He is not glad. I'll just walk and follow behind them.
She's gonna look at you and do a little like good eye. You should be a spy nod, and then she will usher you towards the ship. It's not a small ship. It's called the Jolly Pelican. It looks definitely like a large ship meant to go through sea ice. There's a reinforced bow, a pretty significant crew size on this. But there is a small collection of folks in various, looks like cooking uniforms and piles of cooking equipment, cleaning equipment, and that kind of stuff. Over there to the side, looks like they're gathering a small little crew. She will say to you, well, choose a role, kitchen or staff elsewhere. Come up with a name. You're replacing them. They only know the total number. They don't know anyone's names.
Oh,
Great.
They're
What do
expecting
we
you.
wear?
Well, it's up to you what you choose to do.
They don't have uniforms.
Of course I've got uniforms. She'll pull out a suitcase behind her and opens it up and a giant
costumes!
pile
I'm
of
gonna
uniforms
grab
appears.
case.
but I get to keep my hat, though, right?
I don't know. Does it fit?
Do
I
whatever you
pull up
like with it.
uniforms. What do they look like?
Yeah. What do the uniforms look like?
Well, a total of 6 cooks and 25 guards are en route to the prison, and you will replace whichever number you prefer. Ideally, cooks is harder to replace guards. We couldn't do too many of you. They might notice.
Do they have like
Could
the big?
hire cooking staff?
Do they have like the stovepipe like chef's hats?
Absolutely,
Because
yeah.
I definitely want one of those.
The chef's outfits all come with a fancy mustache as well that you can just clip on.
Oh, wonderful! This
Clip?
looks perfectly
Clip onto
natural,
what?
right? Chris, does this look okay on me?
Not at all.
Why are you so cruel? I pull off the mustache and hit him with it.
I think. What?
I give Riz a gold star for honesty.
Thank you. I think Wilson and I should be guards, and the rest of you should be cooks. We're the strongest.
Oh, hang on. You're the. Let's settle this right now, and I challenge you to an arm wrestle.
Wilson, I don't want to beat you in front of everyone.
You won't. Not a chance. Besides, I can lose gracefully.
You just want a gold star.
Maybe.
I'll peel off my gold star and put it on his chest. There you go.
Aww.
I win.
You did.
That's so flippin' cute.
I give Riz another gold star for being a good friend.
So,
I'll just take my gold star and put it on Wilson as well, and I was just like, at this point, I just want to know how many gold stars she has.
I look directly at her with giant eyes.
Your time will come.
Some questions don't have answers.
Then why
Hey,
are they questions? Where's a table I can flip?
hey, Saura. After, like, dishing out uniforms and all of that stuff and seeing that you have gold stars, Bethro will slide up next to you in a dramatic spy kind of way and, like, stick a hand out and gesture towards where you keep the gold stars.
Sorry, who?
The spy you just met at the dock.
Oh. I look at her and I'm like, a good lesson to learn for anyone trying to achieve greatness is don't be desperate. And I give her half a gold star.
Ooh.
She will
Somehow
vanish in a
worse.
puff of smoke and sadness, leaving you with a suitcase full of disguises and the knowledge that you can just sort of declare whatever names you want and show up as staff and hope for the best.
Amazing.
Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to still be myself. So, but have fun playing pretend.
For those of you who are dressing up, I mean, you all need to be staff of some sort. They're expecting guards and cooks. What are y'all dressing up as? What is your assumed role?
I will be a cook as well. I'm just gonna kind of put on the chef coat and everything, and just be ready, and then just put a chef hat on top of my hat, like just right above it.
You're like Ratatouille. It's Hatatouille. Hatatouille. Let's go. How about Deathblur Cogberry? What's Deathblur dressing up as? You going for guard mode or cook mode?
I'm going cook mode. The muscles bulge against the uniform that is also like down to his knees. It absolutely does not fit, but he's a newbie. They're not going to spend money on a newbie.
Yeah, of course. It does feel telling that they're replacing basically the entire kitchen staff with this one trip. This is a secret piece of information that will serve us well later. How's about K'Rizz'K? What are you choosing?
K'Rizz'K is guard. I have the sword and shield already, so I'm just gonna put on whatever long coat they would have.
Sounds good. They do have a big dramatic coat, of course. You have to have one as a medieval
Yeah,
prison guard.
I'm not even gonna cut it to size. I'm just gonna let it drag behind me, like a cape.
Sounds good. How's about Van? You going guard mode or cook mode?
Oh, I'm definitely dressing as a cook. I'm gonna put the cook's outfit on over my cloak of Elvenkind, and I would assume I'm probably going to need to use some sort of like extra string or rope to tie it close because I have a very serpentine body, and I'm assuming whoever this belonged to does not. So,
They do not. No, if it's a little wonkily, but it's an apron.
that's fair.
Could be
That's
worse.
fair.
And how's about Saura? What you choosing?
Sora's a chef.
Sounds
like
good. We got
ties-
cook squad.
She like ties the apron, she puts the hat on, her hair is like kind of billowing everything. It's like, so she's trying to like pin it all down. And she's like, all right, she's trying to practice lying to Francois.
You're just mumbling total nonsense to yourself. Wow.
Oh, you're so good at being amazing. That didn't sound right. Your eggs are so No, it's not good either.
Well, if you're doing that, I'll just keep pointing to, like, whenever you say eggs, I'll point it to in my notebook. It says singular egg. And just like
Egg, right? Egg.
Yep,
He hasn't mastered the two.
It's too complicated, of course. Or too pedestrian.
If you want, I could be your mouthpiece, so to speak, so I could do the introductions. I'm pretty performative.
Okay. I think that's cute.
Great. Francois, welcome. It's so good to see you again. How is your egg?
No, I lied. We can't do that.
No, that is perfect.
Do you? Hang on. Wilson Deathblur, Cogbear, do you say that on your way to go meet up with the group of staff that you are joining for this voyage?
Yes, I'm doing that out loud as a test.
So as you approach, there are 3 chefs. One of them will go, Francois! Screw this then! Throws his hat on the ground and walks off.
You didn't tell me he had a reputation.
I think anyone who has a reputation to make one egg is not really a reputation at all.
Yeah. So, it sounds like you're gonna go join up with the crew. A couple of the guards appear to know what they're doing and will look at you and just sort of say, Revel's End?
Rebel's End!
Names?
Dave!
Dave? I'm writing all of these down, by the way. Looks, towards Quintillius.
Kevin Coster. With Q's.
Quaven, Const. Okay. Feel I've heard of you before.
Have you?
Sounds
Sure.
familiar.
He was a postman once.
That wasn't a very good
God
time
will-
in my life.
We'll look expectantly towards K'Rizz'K. Well, he looks where he expects a tall person to be and then looks down towards K'Rizz'K and
Hello,
tips an
I am-
eyebrow.
I am Jackas Bumpapis.
Jackas.
Wilson snorts.
Papas. Reminds me of a fish.
That's racist.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead. He's
I'm
gonna
a
look
kobold.
towards Saura.
My name is Saura Skevy.
Right.
I'm
You sound
in the
very
kid-
tired.
Yes, coffee is his convenience.
Plenty of that on the ship. He looks towards Van. And your name?
Terrence. And I just sort of
Terrence.
bop along past him.
Excellent. No Q's in your name.
I mean, if you feel saucy, knock yourself out. That's fine.
Terrence Q. Saucy. Excellent. Welcome aboard. I think Aster's face name is Quevin Quastern with Q's.
Yes.
I thought it was Kevin Costner, but I was like, I
Yeah.
couldn't hear it.
I'm sorry, one sec. Years go burr. All right. So you're the last of the crew to join, of course. The guards will usher you on board the ship with the name I totally remember. It's the Jolly Pelican, and you will set off on one heck of a voyage. Of course, we're going to bypass the dramatic voyage, but you're going to fight Kraken en route. There will be sky pirates involved. At one point, the boat does a sick jump off a whirlpool, and it scored 10 points by nearby nearby mermaids. It's honestly like a point of honor for all of you that you were there when that happened. It's probably going to be international news. And
That's
Dortail's
actually
saying
the real
that-
adventure. No, none of us actually care about the Golden Vault afterwards. The real adventure was the journey we're skipping. So apologies.
Yeah, exactly. We're just, I mean, it's all the stuff that happens off camera because we don't have the budget for it this season. So we're just like, oh my gosh, and that stuff in that book where you fought the whale god with the harpoon gun.
I
That's
can't
all
believe we
mentioned.
flew into Eberron for a little bit.
Startling stuff. You went to the astral plane to get margarine, the usual. You
Really,
will
once you had
finally.
astral plane margarine, you can't have margarine from anywhere else.
Exactly, it's the best. It's just so plain.
We're our cooks, so.
Yeah, of course. You know what? That's where you got all your supplies.
Mhm.
So you will eventually make your way to Revel's End. It is an imposing structure. As you approach by sea, you're navigating fields of somewhat rapid moving icebergs. The ship's captain seems to navigate them expertly. And you're approaching massive sheer walls of ice. Between two of these ice cliffs sits a large stone structure with a somewhat fragile looking walkway down to the water and a small dock with a big central tower in the middle of it. That must be it. The other
That
staff
must be
and
it.
the... Yeah.
I'm just gonna look up.
Picturing now all of you looking at it going, that must be it, in your own little side
That
scenes,
must be
each with a
it.
new
Definitely
fancy
true.
scarf and the adventures we had on the way.
Yeah.
My
Like my
Kraken,
skin's a
Excellent.
different color now too.
my Kraken
Yeah, of
cape
course.
blowing in the wind.
You got like one eye
recasted
closed and
one
a
of us,
big
you know, like,
sword.
just another person completely.
So anyways, you will successfully approach the prison. The other staff that are onboarding with you will pop out at the same time, and you're slowly shuffled in towards Revel's End. It is honestly an incredibly imposing structure. You have to take a very small elevator that can only accommodate 4 or 5 people at a time to go from the dock up to the prison itself. It's about 160 feet up to the prison structure, and you're sort of stuck sitting there in the cold, surrounded by icy waters, as you wait for each of these small groups of staff to be sent up. And then, tellingly, with each group of staff that goes up, a group of staff goes down as well, as people who seem burned out and exhausted and just uninterested in being there are leaving as well. Those who seem to be in some kind of fancy cook outfit with a cool hat are repeatedly throwing their hats on the ground and complaining about Francois.
Oh, I'm among
They
my
will
people.
say, good luck to you as they pass.
Trust me, I know.
And eventually you'll make your ways in. We still have 15 minutes where we are supposed to take a break, so why don't we just keep going for 15 minutes and we'll take a break in 15?
Okay.
Sounds good.
I like that plan. So the guard, I think we'll probably start with you because the guard entrance is sort of like right there. So as you're entering, Jacka's Bambabsis will be pulled aside. Oh wait, hang on, you're supposed to ask. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Secret side chat, Dork Tales. Well, let's aim for exactly on the time in 15 minutes. So one of the guards will, as you're entering. Whoa! Did we just get a $200 dono?
What does that mean?
Whoa!
Fancy.
Anonymous. Thank you so much for supporting Dork Tales. I really adore this channel, and that's so incredibly kind of you. Cripes. We do kind of have like a little bit of a donation menu kind of thing where this could impact and cause total chaos on the game here. This would at least cause some kind of an instant long rest for the party, although you're all somewhat well rested despite your long and troublesome
We
voyage.
just get 2 instant long
That was
rests
good.
right now.
You're just feeling
Or can we-
especially
can we-
well
can we-
rested.
Can we bank one?
I think you can bank one. Yeah, you can bank a long one. Actually, hang on. We're backtracking a little bit here. Your beautiful adventures have given you the possibility to blink into the astral plane once to get a free 8-hour rest in a split second in this reality.
Sweet.
You could simply
Great.
escape to do it. And I will completely forget about this. So please remind me if later on you're in the middle of combat and you're like, actually, I want to go to bed for 8 hours. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I gave you that ability. That's a terrible choice. I believe that the ability to do this is connected to a certain amulet. Let me just roll a die here. This amulet is currently carried by Wilson Cogberry. You got it for saving a princess. I don't know what kind of princess yet. We'll figure it out. Her name was Daisy. She has a really nice dress. She's majestic. Real floofy.
We still talk sometimes.
Rides a dragon around or something. Loves to golf, yeah. So, rampaging into the building. The guard is going to be pulled aside first. So, Jacques Bambastus will be read out by a guard struggling to read this name expectantly. And you salute from your small stature. Look down.
Yep.
Right. Welcome on in. Guard quarters are here, and on the other side, we have a patrol schedule as well. Get some rest. I heard you had a little bit of an adventure getting started in here, but do you have any questions for me? It's a pretty standard gig, despite the turnover.
Oh, I would love a tour.
A tour. Oh, of course, right. Everyone always wants a tour. Why am I never prepared for a tour?
Thank
We're
you.
going to do a tour, though. We're doing the kitchen first to get it out of the way. Okay?
Okay.
That's the deal. Okay. Excellent. Let's get you in uniform. The guard will spend some time attempting to shape a uniform to adequately fit your small frame. They have a little like Rebels and Prison logo on it that they can give you all of that stuff.
Oh,
And that'll
thank
take a
you.
little bit of time, and you'll have an opportunity to come and interrupt some kitchen shenanigans at the same time. The cooks, however, are escorted by some of the guards who are here already, as well as some of the new ones joining you off the boat in towards the kitchen, which I think is on the map. It's R8. Upon entering the kitchen, you are going to be hit with just a wall of steam. Let me pull up my actual description thing for it too, in case there's important stuff here from the actual game, not the weird nonsense version we're inventing with Francois in it, that I should make sure that I cover here. As you wander in, there are no other cooks in here except for you four and the two others who just got off the boat. There is, however, a massive pile of dishes and unpeeled potatoes and total mayhem sitting at the feet of a chair stacked on top of this nonsense with a mouse on it, with a little mustache affixed to his little face. He's holding a single egg. There's a small window to the side of the room, and it feels like a little bit of an aura comes in through the window and just illuminates this egg perfectly as you enter the room. It's honestly a majestic sight. He falls off the chair and plummets into the floor, cracking the egg and sending yolks all across the floor, and he slips on it, and it's rather dramatic, and stuff goes flying all over the place. And he will say, "Welcome to the kitchen. You're my new minion."
You must be Francois!
Yes, I'm Francois.
Oh, wonderful to meet you, Francois!
No
And
Wilson
Wilson
words.
is super
Too
excited
excited,
to
too
use-
excited. Look at the menu.
There's three letters
Wilson
on
was
this
super
menu.
excited to meet someone with his same energy level.
Yeah, absolutely. And also similar height, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is Francois ripped? Hang on, maybe you two are going to be best buds. No, Francois is built like a pin. Somehow lanky for a mouse. I don't know how a mouse is lanky. I rolled a 1 on how ripped Francois is, so Francois might struggle to lift this egg. We shall see. We shall see.
That's why it's just one egg, because 2 eggs is
No,
too
it's
heavy.
way too heavy.
Too dramatic. Francois will order the 6 of you, because it's you 4 as well as 2 other cook NPCs, to clean up all of this mess, to become familiar with the menu. And he will put his feet up on the sink, with his feet in the sink, actually, and start sipping wine, you're pretty sure?
Is this kitchen part of like this kitchen's not under any anti-magic, right?
No.
It is not, no.
Cool. I would like to. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry, continue.
Oh, I was going to say I would like to telepathically ask my imp to turn invisible, and then go see if it can find the key to the cell that we need. All I really need it to do is get a good look at the key to the cell that we need, but we need to make sure it's the right key.
Right. So you're asking it to go find like the key to prisoner 13's cell?
Correct.
I feel like this might be something we've done before. So I will go to the door, that door to the kitchen that's closest to the armory, and open it and peek my head out to give the imp a chance to escape and start exploring, looking for that key.
Sure. Sounds good. Sounds good.
So I'm going and looking at the map right now. We started from the Revel's and the dock up the very top, right?
Mm-hmm. And on stream, do we have the map up? Oh, we don't have the map up on stream. Hopefully we can swap over to that because I think the map will be pretty useful on this one. Also, I'm going to put you all in the kitchen for the moment, and then I will zoom in so I can tell which of these which we shall scoot y'all over here. Oh, well, one of you is a snake. So I'm pretty sure I know who that one is. I
also have the fancy border because it's an official Scarletlands
border. Do you have a fancy border?
It is official Scarletlands token. Like Scarletlands, speaking of Scarletlands, Gauntlet Spirigos just came out for Savage Worlds. It's available over at Draft RPG. Go pick it up.
Well, ain't that fancy? Ain't that fancy?
Subtle.
I think while Francois drinking wine, I also cast Unseen Servant and get him to start like doing dishes because there's no way I'm touching dishes.
Yeah, that sounds good. Technically, this is a thing that would trigger a thing, probably, but it's okay. High or low is good for you.
In the spirit of yesterday, let's go low.
Actually, you roll a d20.
Oh, okay.
It's more fun if you roll it.
Tee-hee. I got a 5.
All right. Well, carry on then. You cast your magic spell. You cast Unseen Servant. Are there verbal and somatic components of that in 5e? I feel like there are.
Unseen Servant. Yeah. VSM. So I just go, kitchen work. And then I can mentally talk to it once it's alive.
Sounds good. So you send your unseen servant on kitchen work adventures. Francois is totally inattentive. He's sitting there with his feet in the sink, his little ratty feet, sipping little ratty wine, looking at a large pile of eggs. Almost with romance in his eyes. He's not paying attention to anything that y'all are doing. The other two cooks in here are attempting to scrub dishes and to peel potatoes. They're also not super attentive. But you have the opportunity to take an action at the very least, as the door will dramatically slam open and a group of guards, including a very familiar Jackus Bambapsis, will wander in as part of their tour. And a very, very, very large walrus man will open the door and go, "This is the kitchen with the idiot rat, and I swear it smells like some kind of mystical bullshit in here. Every time I pop in here, you keep an extra good look in this room, short one," he says to you.
I understand. It smells like garbage.
It is garbage in here. These people are garbage in here.
It smells like garbage in here. I'm just going to yell out.
Right.
I'm learning so much.
I'm picturing your unseen servant just like pausing awkwardly for a moment, like mid-broom sweeping. And your tour will continue. Sorry, go ahead, Charlie.
I was like, I just mentally be like, "It's okay, buddy. You're doing great."
Yeah.
As a question. Which door did we come in from? The smaller door up top or the large door in the bottom? Yeah.
So into the kitchen. Oh, do you mean for the prison itself or into the kitchen?
Into the kitchen.
So you went through the small door at the very, very top of it next to the armory.
Okay.
And I'm going to remember that guard.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
I'm gonna
I
make
need
sure
to have a name
that.
for him, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure the walrus walks out first, and I'm gonna turn around to everybody. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean any of that. It smells very lovely, thank you. And then plop, plop, plop after the guard.
Aww, says one of the other cooks. It's really sweet. He's gonna take you into the armory. Just tell you that it's dangerous to come in here alone, but that you should know where it is, and that if there's ever an emergency, you need to know where the armory is, of course.
Salute.
Salute. So you're gonna settle into the prison routines, I assume, unless you're immediately about to launch into some kind of a drastic plan. But I am curious what your plan would be next. What are y'all planning to
I'd
do
like to
next?
find out how the surveillance tower works. Like, are there windows on that tower looking outwards at the cells?
You can't see into the surveillance tower, but they can see out.
Okay.
There's some
And you
kind of
said
a
there was
magical
a,
effect preventing you from seeing in.
And you said there's a window somewhere on this wall, out to the outside.
On the kitchen, yes. There's a small window to the outside of the kitchen, entirely so the sun can shine in, illuminating a majestic egg for Francois.
Okay, sounds good.
Is there a relatively like menial, repetitive task that I could be doing here in this kitchen that's not gonna
Plenty of them.
result in
There's
me
lots of
cutting a
dishes to
finger off?
do.
Yeah, all right.
Lots of potatoes.
yeah,
to
I'll do.
potato.
I'll start doing dishes, and while I'm doing the dishes, I'm going to send my senses over to my familiar. And
Sounds
just
good. Sounds good.
Looking for that key.
I'm just imagining, because you can't see when you do that, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm just like
So you're just like splashing around in soapy water.
absolutely, absolutely. I may even draw attention to it. I might be like, les poissons, les poissons. Oh.
You know what? You know what, Van? You know what? Give me a performance check.
Oh, awesome.
Oh dear.
Let me roll that with my -1.
Please do.
Perfect.
That would be a 13.
All right, you know? Francois seems impressed. He will join you in your majestic singing, of course, of course. He will also offer you a spare
Yeah,
mustache if
speaks
you need
French.
one.
I will add it on top of my existing mustache.
Excellent, excellent. You're just going to collect all the mustaches by the end of this. You'll have a giant stack of them.
If I notice it, he's gonna have to like prod me with the mustache for me to notice, because I am blind and deaf at the moment. So
Sounds good, sounds good.
Um.
So you're... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So I want to. Sorry, if I'll go after.
Oh, I'm happy for either order. Why don't we handle what the familiar is doing?
Yeah.
So Van, your familiar you sent off invisibly to go attempt to find the key specifically to prisoner 13's cell.
yes,
So they're going to wander around as best they can. They are unfortunately going to honestly have a bit of a tough time traveling around in the prison. Do they have stats?
they do. Absolutely.
You roll me a stealth test
Sure. They are invisible.
with advantage.
Excellent. Let's see. That's the first. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I didn't toggle on the initiative or the advantage like a dummy. So the 14.
no
yes,
worries.
total.
Okay. Yeah, so no one seems to notice their little exploration, but they are finding it quite challenging to maneuver in here. The doors appear to have some sort of an arcane lock on them. So moving from room to room, they seem to only be able to maneuver like every single hatch, every single door, when a member of staff opens them. So they're stuck sort of trying to explore the prison by following the patrol routes and following the movement of staff. So you think it'll take them quite some time to try to figure out where the key could be.
Well,
You do have a map, so you could make some educated guesses and try to point them in different directions.
sure. I mean, I'm like, I'm assuming, and maybe this is a faulty assumption, I'm assuming that the Panopticon would have the keys in it.
Quite likely, yeah.
So that's probably where I'm going to send them. Is it a bridge too far to assume that I could pull off some verbal components in, say, the Asath language, and some somatic components as I am sort of doing my song and dance routine? Because what I'm thinking of doing is casting Flock of Familiars.
Okay.
But because Flock of Familiars is a ranged touch spell, I can cast it through my familiar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So my plan is to just have Kodo and Podo show up next to Soto so that they can then split up and cover more ground. All invisible, all, imping. And imping ain't
make
easy.
you do another performance check. I'll give you advantage on it because you're currently singing a majestic song, of course, about how dishes must be cleaned, etc.
Wonderful.
Don't look suspicious. You're basically singing "Don't look suspicious, don't look suspicious" through majestic, familiar magic.
Now, if there was only a way I can set this to roll with advantage, but I don't seem to be able to see it easily, so I'll just roll twice. Sorry. Oh, thank goodness for that advantage, because that was sure natural 1.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
That's a 7 I got on that.
How good is Francois at this? Francois is good at this. Not at rolling, but he's good in stats. Oh my gosh. I should use a different archetype for the monster manual for this guy. You're fine. There are no consequences to this bullshit for some reason.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay. Interesting, though. So you had... it was Soto, now Kodo and Jodo?
Kodo and Podo.
Kodo and Podo. Okay, let me grab the...
Named after the ferrets and the Beastmaster.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So are you sending any of them in any particular directions?
So Soto is going toward the Panopticon.
Okay.
He's my real boy. I think I'm gonna try to get Kodo into the guard. Wasn't there like a guard room, like a guard shack room?
There's one on each side of the hexagon.
Try to get him into. This is the room where I'm pinging. Yes.
That's the armory.
Oh, that's the armory. Okay.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So the guard room then is this.
There's one. They are. You see on the map, there's one that's R3 and one that's
yes.
R3.
I do not see any of.
R3s.
I do not see any of the like.
I'm not sure which stuff you have on the layers.
Room name stuff. Yeah, the only thing I see is like the actual map. But if I can send one to right here, yeah, that would be fine. And then the other one. There's no guards that are actively patrolling this area, right?
In the central area, I mean, on occasion, but they're primarily, as far as you're aware, on the little blueprint that you were given, they're primarily doing the outside of the hexagon, which means that they're looking in from those 4 hallways, but that they're not like typically walking in front of the prisoners.
So yeah, I'll actually send the Podo to like look at Prisoner 13 and kind of do a vibe check on what's going on there. Now, once the only one of them who senses I am remotely interested in are Sotos. I don't care about the other two. If the other two get something, they can ping me and let me know. But otherwise, I'm just riding Sotos. Sense.
Sure, yeah, that sounds good. You will issue the orders to your flock of familiars, and they will rampage off in those kind of directions. We're gonna take a break in a moment here, but before we do, what are the rest of you up to?
I'd like to do some stuff
tour, right?
and RP and all that, but I think it might take a while. So
we do it when we return.
Yeah, I'll defer to when we return.
Okay, sounds good. You said you want to take a tour?
Are like the
The
large
cooks are totally
guards-
not being given a tour. Only the garden.
Okay.
They're fully intending you to live in the kitchen, and then that room next to the kitchen, which is shitty bunk beds for the cooks. And of course, to deliver food to the prisoners at some point.
That's what
As you
Sora's
do.
gonna focus on, is getting on the like food delivery list and less being in the kitchen.
How are you handling the Francois situation?
Sora is just trying to ignore Francois until Francois acknowledges her, and because she's not a good liar.
Sounds good. He does not immediately seem to acknowledge you. You're not sure if that's
So-
because you're beneath his notice, or because he has not noticed that you're here yet.
So she's just gonna like pack up the food that's ready to like go on rounds so that she can like talk to the prisoners.
That sounds good. And K'Rizz'K, you're probably still on the tour. They're not going to take you into the center of the Panopticon, but they will sort of run through the patrol route for the outside area. They'll talk about that's where the warden's office is in the center of the Panopticon, and that they can see everything at any time from in there. So everyone should be on their best behaviors. They will communicate to you. And they'll make sure you know the general lay of the land for that first order. Do you have any questions about the layout?
No, I'll take notes mentally and then come back and tell her and share with everybody what I've learned.
Sounds good. Well, then just before we take a break, you're gonna get a ping. Ben? Odo is going to go take a look at Prisoner 13 and has probably been doing so for a little bit at this point. But they're pretty sure that they've been noticed. Can you see through Poto if you want to, or are they just communicating with you?
I can swap. As far as I know, at the beginning of my turn, I can swap which one
Yeah.
because they're all considered active familiars at this point. So yeah, I'll pop my vision over there.
Through Poto's eyes, you see a dwarven woman.
Okay.
Short, of course. Bright red hair. She's looking down at Poto with a little bit of a smug expression. She's covered head to toe in tattoos. This is definitely the cell location for Prisoner 13.
But she's in this woman is in the cell, not
Yeah.
outside the cell. Okay, this is prisoner.
She's in
13
the
now.
cell.
Yeah. Awesome.
Poto looking around will see that the other cells seem to have a selection of various prisoners in them. But Prisoner 13 is completely alone. She
Oh,
will let off
happy
a little
day.
bit of a scoffing noise and go flop at the back of her cell with her feet up. Look towards Poto expectantly and somewhat amused. And then we should take a break.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Does 10 minutes sound okay to y'all?
Yeah.
Sounds solid.
Sweet, awesome, possum. Then we'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Don't explode. I'll miss you. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Oh no! Hi, hello, welcome back. Oh my gosh, I definitely wasn't just laughing like a dork. Thank you for your patience. We just took a small break to get some water and stuff, and I'm excited to hop back into Prisoner 13, who has just spotted one of our cool snaky friend Van's familiars. That's right. I know that we had some actions folks wanted to embark on. Where we left off was that all of you had successfully, despite magical maneuvering, infiltrated the prison, met up with the majestic and perfect no-notes Chef Francois, a particularly obnoxious guard, got a little bit of a tour, at least in one of your cases, and are otherwise expected to slave away in the kitchen all hours of the day and bring food to the guards, the prisoners, and the counselors.
So I have something I want to do. Goal
Sure.
being trying to get a little bit more information on the chain of command or chain of operations, and also to get Francois out of the kitchen. But that's the goal.
Okay.
We will see how that's going to work. So the first thing is I'm going to be awkwardly peeling potatoes in the corner. Where are the potatoes in relation to the egg supply?
In relation to the egg supply, well, so the egg supply is precariously balanced on the counter near the sink, always within line of sight of Francois. The potatoes, however, look sort of like, so there's like 3 rooms attached to the kitchen here. It seems like the northernmost room is just full of potatoes, and they're kind of spilling out that door into the kitchen where they're being peeled.
Okay, and then after peeling, would they wash it on the sink and everything?
I mean, wash is a strong word, but they would cook them somehow and then serve them to people.
Sure. I will spend the time in the room peeling potatoes, leaving one particularly small peel, and I will use my magical tinkering and kind of tinker with it while I'm holding kind of or like kind of bringing some of the peeled potatoes towards the sink. And what I'm trying to do is take the peel and leave it under the egg supply, I would say. And
Okay.
the peel is going to continuously emit a choice, an odor of my choice, and this odor is a rotten egg.
You wouldn't dare.
And I will just put down the potatoes and just, Chef, where do the eggs come from? Here? The supply?
Well, they're delivered by ship.
I think there might be a bad one in there.
No. If there was a bad one, I would have smelled it.
Well, it might have happened recently. I don't know. Come over here, Chef. I'm not very sure.
He will swirl his way around the sink that he's lounging on, not even removing his feet from the sink. Lean back towards the pile of eggs decadently and let in just a big ol' sniff. He looks shocked. You're right.
From what I know of eggs, if there's one bad egg, then the entire... Sooner or later, all of them go bad.
I don't know if that's true, but I don't know enough about eggs to counter this. What should I do?
I think we need to talk to the suppliers and get a new batch. We need to throw this away.
I must accost the ship before they can escape. They've stiffed me on my egg. He's going to plod out of the kitchen, leaving soppy footprints. As he goes out the door to the north.
Good.
And then
to clarify for the question in our secret team chat here is that someone, of course, knows more about eggs than Francois. He only knows about egg. He hasn't gotten to eggs yet.
the next step. So he doesn't know how eggs relate to other eggs. That's exactly it.
Yeah, singular egg dynamics only so far. So there are 2 other cooks in here as well that are working diligently doing cook stuff.
And then I'll just look at the rest of us and just, well, I think we're kind of unsupervised right now. This is kind of unfortunate, but we still have to deliver the food, right?
Jackus, did you find prisoner 13?
I'm not there.
I have Terrence. Just kidding. Terrence,
No.
did you find prisoner 13?
Silent Q, remember.
Terrence Q saucy.
I'm gonna look around. Did the other chefs all leave?
There's two other cooks in here.
Oh, actually, I'm going to continue mumbling and washing dishes and dancing around because I can't hear you.
I hit him.
I'll just.
I will definitely pop my senses back into my body.
I hope this isn't too forward, and I'm just going to bring the two cooks in front of me. You should probably go back to the barracks, or not the barracks, but the cots, and rest a little bit right now. We can continue your duties a little bit later. Just a little bit of slacking off since the head chef's not here, right?
Do you want to roll some persuasion?
I will roll persuasion first.
Can I help him by also talking about how a horrible Francois is?
Sure, yeah.
And he's smelly and nothing is food safe, and honestly, like, he just berates everybody as if he thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. Sidekick, he can't even hold 2 eggs.
Yeah, he's probably going to have one of us throw all the eggs out, and I'm just gonna kind of point over towards the batch of now smelling like rotten eggs.
Quintillius, take advantage on this with
Perfect.
Saura's help. That's rather convincing.
Okay, that's 1. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's 13.
Okay. They don't take that much convincing. In fact, roll me an insight check.
Perfect. I'm a little better at that. That is an 18.
Sounds good. You haven't been paying a lot of attention to the other two cooks in the kitchen. Not close attention at the very least. But they've definitely been near each other when they're doing dish stuff, and you thinking back a little on the ship that they might have been holding hands at one point. They seem particularly motivated to have some time away from the kitchen unsupervised near cots, and will happily scamper off. They are
Yeah,
two.
I'm pretty sure they're empty, but I was like,
They're two women. One of them is a dragonborn.
ooh.
The other is a dwarf. Carry on. Good luck, those two.
The rest of you will see, or whoever is not, in their familiar sightline right now.
Oh, I've been returned now, yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, while I was
I hit
talking, I
him.
was reaching for my hat, but then they just go, so then I just kind of no longer reach for my hat. Okay, we're good. Now what?
And for the record, their names are Vasha and Biddles. For some reason, I got Biddles.
Is Biddles
They're
the
now in
dragonborn?
love. Biddles is the dragonborn, yes.
Vashel tops.
I wish them luck in their gay prison escapades. I believe. I choose.
Did
to
you find
believe.
Did you find Prisoner 13?
I did. I did. 1 second. She found me too. So 1 second.
Oh, okay.
I roll my eyes back in my head. Are they still? Is Airpoto and Prisoner 13 still staring awkwardly at one another?
She's not really looking back at the moment. Roll me perception, actually.
Then this would be the imp's perception.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're looking through the imp, though, right?
I am.
Yeah, so your perception. So whether or not you notice something.
Could I make a argument for investigation?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Wonderful.
Only because I'm nice.
That's 20.
All right. Nice. She does not appear to be paying much attention to the imp at this point. But she does look like she's talking to somebody. There isn't
Okay.
anyone else in her cell. She's moving her mouth as if she's having a conversation.
But she's not. But I can't hear it.
No.
Okay. I'm going to look around. Are there any guards like immediately nearby?
that you can see from inside the Panopticon room? No, you know the Panopticon room has like a one-way window. There could be guards inside looking out.
Right. I'm more worried about like if there's anyone like standing in this hallway.
No, the space around the cells is completely open.
All right. I will then have Poto get as close to the bars. I assume these are bars and not a door.
Mm-hmm.
Get as close to the bars as you reasonably can without poking the anti-magic, and go, psst.
Sounds good. You psst towards prisoner 13. I want to check in on while this is happening what Death Blur has been up to in the kitchen.
He's probably just peeling potatoes at this point, trying to be surreptitious and actually get some of the work done.
Someone has to.
Like it, yeah. So he's just kind of sitting there peeling potatoes, half listening to the conversation his friends are having in the kitchen, but like really just waiting for orders. They know he can sneak around pretty well, and once they need that ability, they'll call on him.
Wilson.
Of course. Did you want to make me a survival roll to see how well you do on making potatoes?
Sure. That is a 4.
You know what? You're pretty sure that these people are going about potatoes all wrong. You see, they don't need to peel
why would you
first.
you have to cut them in half? Why would you just cut the outside off? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. And your mom always told you that the outside was where all of the nutritional content was or something. So really you're doing them a favor
always right.
if you feed them primarily potato skins. You're just worrying about their health. I'm sure there will be no complaints or consequences later on.
None.
Sounds good.
Sora's gonna kind of snap at Wilson and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
We're chefs. I'm just peeling the potatoes.
No, Wilson, we're pretending to be chefs. We're operatives.
Yeah, and when you pretend to be a chef, you do chef things, right?
Not when the
you
chefs
pretending
aren't
for,
here.
though?
So we only have to pretend to be chefs when there's chefs here.
Chefs are guards that aren't our friends.
What if I make a new? Never mind.
I pat Wilson's head.
You just pop back into the kitchen for a moment to yell "A-gab!" All guards are bastards.
No, I said ACAT. All chefs are bastards.
All chefs are right. Carry on. Can't believe it. It's startling stuff. Well, speaking of startling stuff, I also want to check in to see what K'Rizz'K is up to. You've been given the grand tour of the hexagon that's basically mirrored and is the same on both sides, and told not to really go into the central Panopticon room. Otherwise, you just have a patrol schedule to follow.
And I immediately go back to the kitchen.
Sounds good.
Just burst through the door.
You are
Guys,
supposed to patrol with another guard. So if you're following your schedule, you will be dispatched with another random guard person.
I tell him I
or you
have
could
to
just
go.
attempt to sneak away.
I have to go to the little lizard's room. I'll be right back.
Even know that we had a lizard's room.
Plop,
Startling
away.
stuff.
I got a tour.
That sounds
Did you not get a tour?
Didn't see a lizard room. There's lizards.
I'll show you where it is, and then I'll just run away, scamper.
I seem excited to learn about the location of this majestic lizard room for small lizards.
I rush into the kitchen. Guys, there's a guy following me, but I have a schedule.
Good.
And then I'll let the guard come in.
Stab him.
This is where the little lizard's room is. And then I kind of point.
Oh, the kitchen.
Yeah, right.
Wait, they're
right.
not serving lizard poop, are they?
No. And I'm gonna climb up and sit down how Francois was sitting with his little feet in the sink, but it's gonna be my feet now. See?
Hang on. This is gonna be an odd roll. Can you roll me intimidation?
Intimidation. I don't think
Not
I'm,
intentionally.
I don't think I'm prepared for that.
Get some advantage on it.
Okay, then I'm prepared. Okay. All right. 15. 15 is gonna work for me. Plus 2 is 17.
All right. So the guard's face will drop. He came into this room expecting to see some kind of a potentially magical lizard emporium for small lizards, and instead he has seen a small lizard monster possibly use the bathroom where food is prepared with their feet in the sink. He was definitely just eating the last bits of his breakfast. He's gonna go throw that up in the courtyard, you're pretty sure. He will put his gauntlet to his face, do a little noise, and sprint off north where you just got the tour. You know the courtyard is.
Yep.
You're now alone in the kitchen with these beans.
Boom. That's how it works. Then I'll shake my feet off and hop down off of the counter.
That's how it works. So, Van, psst, 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 you say, to do a gesture as if she's like on the phone for a moment. But then we'll...
Bodo will do like this and stamp his feet.
Yeah. And then she'll
Like
turn
Sonic.
towards Bodo. What do you want? First words? Two words. Right. First word is one of those snappable pepperoni sticks? What idea are you attempting to communicate with majestic hand symbol?
Trying to say
Just swallow him.
jailbreak. Trying to say jailbreak.
Sounds
in,
good. Sounds good. I think eventually this will be communicated to her, and she's gonna scoff. I'm good, little one.
He shrugs and turns into a mouse in case anybody else spots him. He's gonna stand sentry by the door, and I'm gonna check in with the others and see if they've found that key yet.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Can I get a stealth check for Soto, who you said was trying to go into the Panopticon?
Yes, that is his plan.
It'll take him quite some time to find an opportunity, but at one point the door will open for a couple of guards to pop out from there and go check in on the guards on this one.
And then will the invisibility give him advantage?
It totally does.
That's good, because that first roll was shit.
I'm glad you asked, because I forgot to tell you.
Oh, that's not good either. An 8.
Oh dear. Ooh.
If
All right.
you listeners want to help Soto break in, donate today.
That's true, yeah.
You know what?
Quickly, preferably.
You can donate to change whether or not this is for the better or for the worse for this party. But otherwise, we'll let the dice decide this one. For what this one, Soto, I've got all of them written down here. For what Soto is going to know. So Soto can enter through the Panopticon.
Okay.
Into the tower. And from inside, Soto will realize that this first floor is basically surrounded by windows. There is one guard down here. Well, and then a few more sitting on the inside, but there's only one guard who appears to really be looking out through the windows in here. Who's just circling and watching what the prisoners are doing in a central staircase. He'll be able to sneak his way past the guards sitting in here playing some kind of a card pokery game through the staircase as a guard opens the door and meander his way up to the second floor. Something that Soto will notice is that all of the doors and hatches here are secured.
Sure.
Even like in the Panopticon, every single room has a secured door preventing access in and out from it. It takes him a long time to honestly get anywhere. As he's on the second floor, he's going to wait quite some time before that door will open. And it will open looking at the feet of a woman. I need to roll a die. Shit. Great. So standing above Soto is a human mage, wearing a red robe with a gold trim, and on her hip is a ring with several keys hanging from a pocket. looks rather secured with a chain. Otherwise, she's currently holding a large flagon of ale, and quietly singing a dwarvish song to herself.
I see. Tell me, wise and generous dungeon master.
Oh no.
Does a key ring full of keys count as a single object?
You know what it does.
Awesome. I pull my senses back in my face and say, "Don't worry about it, guys," and I conjure the key ring. I have a magical copy of the key ring now.
Excellent. Unfortunately, though, she is going to look down and almost stumble over your familiar.
I would
Blink
like
at it with a confused expression on her face.
if possible, I would like to then dismiss him to a pocket dimension.
Sure, it sounds good. It will poof. You feel mysteriously as if some sort of suspicion level in the prison has raised by one.
So
Mysteriously.
the good news.
If there were some kind of a number-based mechanic for how alert this prison system is, it feels like it's gone up slightly by one.
So I turn over to the group and I say, the good news is we now have the keys, and I hand them to whoever wants to take them. The bad news is I think the guards saw at least one of my imps. But that's okay. We don't mind. Dewey Soto and I will resummon him in the empty space next to me.
Do we?
Well, what if they see him again?
I put my cloak over him. He'll be fine.
Oh, he disappeared.
Great. Did we get the information of where the treasure was?
No, we got the key ring so we can go let her out of her cell.
Great.
She sucks at charades. Let me tell you what.
She does suck at charades. Yeah.
It's actually about time for us to deliver the lunches. I give everyone chef hats.
Oh,
You gonna put a chef hat on the guard uniform?
yep.
I'm
Excellent.
gonna take one of the chef hats, look confused, and put the chef hat on top of the chef hat that's already on top of my hat. Like this.
You just have a precarious spire above you, ever growing in height. It's kind of majestic.
I don't think this is gonna work.
No, Quintillius, you are now the chef, the lead chef. You have two chef's hats. You're twice as good as us.
I'm also. Not sure
You know what? I
that's
am
how
pretty
that
sure
works.
that that's how that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
pretty,
didn't know that
pretty
head
confident,
chefs
actually.
just have problems getting through doorways, but okay.
You can crouch.
Well, since K'Rizz'K is wearing a guard's uniform, he can carry the magical keys. It would look weird if we had keys. We're chefs, but guards have keys.
If you want, I can follow with my cloak activated. That way, if they spot me, we know we can start a distraction. Or when we get to the cell, we can unlock the cell, and then we'll start the distraction, get her out of here.
Yes. I'll activate my cloak too, and I'll just put my hood up. It is activated.
Perfect. Good. I give both of you a gold star for participating in the plan.
Yes.
Now,
Excellent.
it should be
You need to
noted,
give it to Wilson.
the keys absolutely glow.
Mhm.
So you might want to do something about that, but they do shed light.
It's okay. My cloak is activated. Now just grab the keys, give my star to Wilson, and walk out.
Ha! And Wilson has been struggling to keep the restuck stickers on him, but they just keep falling off.
I look at Quintillius and I go, "Let's have your bottle of smoke ready for when we need to do a quick escape."
Excellent.
I grab the cart of meals and go, it's dinner time. And they leave the kitchen.
Amazing.
Also, out of character, I want to make a point. I want to specifically make a point that Quintillius forgot about the magical tinkering that he did with the potato peel, because I just remembered, and I just also double checked that the effect lasts indefinitely. So if they do not find the potato peel, it will always smell like rotten eggs in the kitchen from now on. And we're just going to continue with that.
Nice.
It sounds majestic and deeply haunting. I am here for it. So it sounds like all 5 of you are heading out of the kitchen. You can go directly from the kitchen if you take just like go straight west on our map around. You could scoot right into the prison chamber, into the panopticon. Is that what you're doing?
Yep. I am trying to be sneaky. I am wearing my cloak of elven kind.
Sounds good. You can hear the footsteps from the opposite side of the panopticon of a patrol, but you don't immediately encounter one where you are right now. And as you walk into it, the hexagonal chamber looks like a large open space. Cells line the chamber walls, again with multiple prisoners in each of them except for one, which has only a single prisoner. And another small hexagonal room occupies the center of the space. That's where you sent Soto into that room, which seems to be connected to a tower in the middle of the prison.
I'm just gonna look at the rest of them, just go, I'm not very good at extracting information. People don't tell me things usually. So I'm just going to go and feed the other prisoners for appearances. And I'm gonna go downwards, down like south on the side to go make the rounds the opposite way.
Well, that sounds good. We can start with you. So if you're gonna go, is it just you going, or are you taking one of the other crew with you?
I have no idea if anybody was following me. I thought I would assume that they would want to go towards Prisoner 13. I'm just going to do the intended job to make it look like we were chefs.
I'm for sure gonna keep Wilson because Wilson probably can persuade people better than me.
Sounds good.
I'm so happy you think that.
He probably is doing a lot of work here, right? Legally, I'm pretty sure. All right, so Quintillius. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say I'm going to try to sneak to about there.
Sneak to about... Okay. Do you want to roll me stealth then?
Yeah.
If you're trying not to be seen. That sounds suspicious of you.
I do have advantage on this, and they have disadvantage on their attempts to see me.
Sweet, sounds good. Oh. That disadvantage. Can't believe you've done this.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my gosh. You were pretty sure even the wind
to
doesn't know you're here.
Sneak up to a surveillance tower.
You're right.
I mean, I'm assuming what happens is I straight up drop on my belly and slither to the tower.
They just think you're a snake, like, oh yeah.
Greased up with oil from the kitchen. You just like
He came out of that magical lizard room, obviously.
Of course.
That lizard is missing its legs.
Oh man.
Y'all are such beautiful dorks. So, Quintillius, you get a good look at the cells. Each cell here is enclosed by formidable steel bars. Bolted to the back wall are iron bunk beds with a really thin mattress. And there's a waste bucket in each cell. That's all that's in here. A few of them have little side tables and that kind of thing, but otherwise it's a terrible bed and a bucket to poop in. It's not exactly a classy joint. These cells are unlit. They're illuminated only by lights around the central panopticon tower. There's some kind of glow emanating from it. And as you approach with food, prisoners will reach out really excitedly with rotting cups and bowls to try to just get the food that you're dishing out on a big old spoon.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm pushing like a tray, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally just oh my god, hold on. I need to drink a little bit of water before I make my own my own mouth water.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
From all the potato peels?
Yeah, no, the potato peels. No, specifically because we had potatoes, I spent so much time peeling the potatoes. I'm going to say that we did almost like a makeshift potato pave without the setting. So it still has
Oh.
many layers worth of potatoes, like just shaves of potatoes that are stacked into like a little cake. And then I'm just going to be passing out sections of it because you could just build a big giant tray of it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna these deep fried million layers worth of potatoes.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
As you're handing out the foods, one prisoner in particular, a tiefling, catches your attention. They don't really catch your attention afterwards, like when you're feeding them food, but on the way out, they take a big ol' bite of them, and then you can hear them pretty loudly proclaiming that Francois's cooking has improved greatly today. Seem real excited about it. And then otherwise you can circle around feeding the prisoners.
Okay.
Are you doing anything strange or suspicious, or you just feed?
I think at this point, the only thing is no, I'm gonna decrease the amount of factors that this could go wrong for now. And just go and do the intended job.
Can't believe you've done this.
For now.
Sniffle. Okay, fine. You go and do the intended job.
You have two chef's hat on top of a fedora, and you want to do less
normal,
to
though.
cause attention?
Exactly.
That's normal, though.
Okay.
Francois works here. It's
Okay.
like less weird than the usual chef, to be honest. So, the rest of you, sounds like you're all gathering in the northeast of the Panopticon, the top of the top right side of the hexagon, prisoner 13's cell. It seems like she's waiting for you.
Hungry?
Sure.
I hand her food and I go, we were sent for you.
You were sent for me?
Well,
Yes.
no, not for her information.
Same thing.
I mean, there's a little different.
Great. She's gonna look at you all real unimpressed. I should say for description, Prisoner 13 is a real shredded dwarven woman with short red hair. Her skin is bronze and absolutely covered from tip to toe in tattoos. Kitty cats.
Wilson is going to lean up against the side of the cell. Hey.
She raises an eyebrow at you. Hey.
So, you want to get out of here?
I'm nodding.
Oh, I'm quite happy here.
Sure.
Flattered that you
Weather's
care.
great, and I hear you don't get much time outside.
I'm fine where I am. Thanks.
You're doing great, Wilson. Keep it up.
Ma'am. Do you ever think about what you could do with those riches that you know exist?
Riches that I know exist. Do you think if I knew about any riches, I would be stuck here in a prison cell?
Well, what on earth does Venom want from you then?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
I'm gonna use detect thoughts.
In an anti-magic field?
I'm not in the anti-magic field. I'm outside of it.
Does it work on someone in the anti-magic field, I wonder?
Ooh. How else do the guards use magic to
Actually,
punish prisoners?
never mind. Use detect thoughts.
Detect thoughts.
Yep.
What can I hear her thinking?
I'm just pulling up the description because
Okay,
I always
sorry.
forget how detect thoughts works in 5e. Because you're picking up the initial surface thoughts, right?
Yep.
And they have a.
You can make a check to
only
try
if you
to
probe deeper
detect.
does the wisdom saving throw happen. That's right. Okay, good. Quite like that you get like a little bit of basic stuff to begin with.
Chill out.
Currently she's thinking, I mean, she definitely does think that your short friend is kind of cute. And she's thinking that you're all gonna get killed and that she's a little bit looking forward to watching it.
Mm.
She's sort of
I'm gonna-
imagining the door to the panopticon in the center opening and a horde of guards rampaging out and stabbing all of you. She seems pretty bemused by this.
I do dig deeper.
You do dig deeper. You will save here.
My saving, does my +1 focus give me anything? Since, damn.
Does it give you a +1 on it?
Let me double
I
check.
feel like it might. I
It
don't
should.
remember. I think it would.
It should.
I would think it would be D20 rolls, not spell save DCs.
I guess so.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, my spell save
Right,
DC
yeah.
is 14.
Oh, yeah, no, it definitely wouldn't on the spell save DC. She is going to actually pass that.
Be a lot
Yeah.
cooler if she didn't.
Yeah, sorry. She will
So,
turn to look at you and raise an eyebrow. Can I help you?
Yes, you can actually. We need the information about where the dwarven treasure is that Vernon wants, Vernon wants.
Varen, she says.
The
Yeah.
axe breaker guy.
Yeah, Mr. Axebreaker. You you stole a bunch of stuff from the Axebreaker clan, and they want it back and hired us, promised us a 107% cut to get it back for them.
Yeah. Wilson knows the math.
She looks somewhat confused. Right. So you want the key then?
Yes.
And we need to know where
Well-
it is.
I might know where to look to maybe possibly find a sign potentially of the location of where this key could be.
Oh.
If you potentially had more than a potential, I could promise you a date with Wilson.
I might need more
Wilson
than that.
flexes underneath the chef's outfit, and you hear a seam rip.
No. They call
throw
him the
that on
Death
top.
Blur.
I hope that that doesn't have any relation to speed.
No. No.
The warden has a ledger somewhere, probably in her office. Contains all of the names, crimes, and prisoner numbers of everyone ever incarcerated at Revel's End. If you bring me that list, I'll see to it that you get your key.
Easy.
Wilson starts walking towards the surveillance tower.
Was it
Yeah?
chefs? Don't go to surveillance towers.
I mean, they
I thought the
can.
guards might be hungry.
Yeah, they might be hungry.
There's an obvious
True.
wink.
I give him
Are
like 3
y'all-
plates.
Being
Yeah.
somehow majestically stealthy?
No.
No.
I actually go over and kick the door open. You guys hungry? I managed to talk to some of the chefs to bring us food.
As you kick the door open, there is a guard who is just walking outside, who will look down at you with some surprise. Is everything okay out here?
Oh, Frederick, I'm sorry that I hit you. These chefs want to give us food.
Still sad about the lizard room.
Can I sneak past that guard?
You know what? Try it. Roll stealth. I think you still have advantage with the cloak, right?
Sure do.
And they have disadvantage? Ah, you fiend.
Yep. And I got a 23.
You goblin. They rolled so flippin' well until disadvantage came in. Like 6. Crepes. I have a question for you, though.
Sure.
Does K'Rizz'K notice you sliding in, oiled up on the floor behind this guard into the panopticon?
That's right.
I mean, probably not, especially if I have disadvantage.
I mean, I feel that it's up to Van.
Oh, I mean, if I can make sure that my people see me without, if nothing else, I mean, I can just cast message to them like coming through.
Yeah, totally. I feel the moment of infiltration where like people know whatever other folks are doing, and it's as if you've all meticulously planned that somehow is fun. So I wanted to make sure they had the chance of knowing where you were going, not just that you were just gone, would magically appear 40 minutes later like, I have the papers and also I'm dead. So, you know. So this guard name, I believe he said Frederick, right?
Frodrick.
Frodrick will, I'm gonna write that down. Frodrick. Is Frodrick just like a human?
Dealer's choice.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah.
Frodrick is a tabaxi.
Nice.
Nice. He is going to sort of look past you though at the rest of the crew that are near prisoner 13's cell. And people say, is everything okay out here? They're spending an awful lot of time feeding one prisoner.
She's being very saucy, Frodrick. I don't like her attitude.
They're all very saucy. Just give them the food and leave, right?
Right. There's no need for her to insult you or the rest of the guards.
Roll some persuasion.
You got it. That I'm good
It
at.
looks suspicious.
Woo woo woo. +4, right? No, +5. That'll be 18.
Oh wow. Okay. Here you go.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. Okay. So I shouldn't have seen the lizard room, and it had a big impact on me emotionally, and I'm feeling a little on edge right now. I didn't mean to take it out on you.
No, Frodrick, it's okay. Give me your hand.
Can't do a paw.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna push the middle bean. Okay. It's all right. And I'm gonna push
Frodrick will purr a little
each
bit.
bean individually. See, isn't that
He
better?
seems to relax, and he will return to his post.
Say, does that guard have like keys on his belt, or are there keys laying around somewhere in this room?
There are no keys laying around inside this room. However, for visibility and you knowing what the circumstances here, there are a total of 6 other guards in this room, most of which are sort of absentmindedly playing card games while occasionally looking out the window towards the cells. And there is a central... I should read the description of it instead because it probably makes more sense. So in the middle of it, there's a spiral staircase that rises to the tower's upper level. Several guards watch through the air slits. It's a metal desk. That's what it is. So one of them is sitting at a metal desk in a console with a myriad of switches and dials and a brass tube with a funnel-like flare on it. And that's sort of in the middle of the room, facing... Which direction is that? That's sort of in the southern middle section of the room. Like just below the staircase. It's like a little desk with some kind of knobs and levers and a brass funnel on it.
So can I get up the stairs?
There is no door in front of the stairs at this level, so you could try to sneak right through.
Yeah, if my intention would have been to get as far into the panopticon as I could, and then
Yeah,
find...
I think like
like
I'm
a
assuming
pipe
sort
or
of-
something to like get real skinny behind. You know?
Yeah. You're sort of slinking around. You're slinking around. You've already sort of like stealthed this room, so unless you're doing other stuff in this space, I would let you move through without rolling. So then I think you would sklorp your way up to the staircase. There's a really narrow staircase, spiraling in the direction so that those on a floor above you, if they're right-handed, have an advantage in a sword fight against you. Moving up here is honestly not easy. It's not constructed for quick movement. It's definitely constructed to be inconvenient, as if they're building defensively in case of some kind of a prison break.
That makes sense.
You wander up to the second floor?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up as
Yeah,
high
so you
as
wander
I
up
can
to
get.
the second floor. You're greeted with just a solid closed door, and the stairs continue above you. You know that your critter had gone up one more floor from here.
I'm gonna head up there then.
You head up another floor, and then you'll be greeted with another locked door.
Anything beyond? Does it go up higher than that?
There is another floor on top of this too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way up top.
You go all the way up, you'll hit the top of the staircase and also a locked door.
Awesome.
None of these are labeled. Actually, wait, that's not true. One of them on the floor below you did have like a name outside of it, like it was an office door. And that name was Martinius Warden.
Oh, then I will. And it's locked.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll investigation or something to see if there's, if I have any signs there's someone in that room currently?
Sure, that sounds like a good plan. Go for it.
Right. And if you want to deal with what everybody else is doing first, we can.
I totally do. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I did not. I do not mean to.
I was gonna say roll for it, and then once we know the result, I would be cycling back to the other crew.
That works.
Also trying to find a link in this module for a specific spell because I need a difficulty on something.
How's a 17?
For listening at the door?
Yeah.
You're pretty sure there is someone in there.
Cool. That's where I will camp for the moment. Sorry.
What's that? Cripes. The layout of this module is good, except that there's no links to like information about like different spells or things. It's just gotta find the right room for. I found it. There we go. Perfect. Dun 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 dun. Actually, I should clarify to you is that sign actually says Hall of Absolution, and then there's another sign below it pointing to the right that has the word pointing to the left that has the warden's name on it.
And you've got the map in your head.
Yeah, you can pull out the map at any time. You know that there's another room over there. You have this on the map, right? Yeah, you totally do. So you know, actually, you have
tower
trial
level 2.
warden office. You know this door goes to trial on the map. You can pull up in your brain.
Okay. Yeah. For some reason, all I'm seeing in the map is like the one main layout of the place. Like I've not seen any of the numbered things or any of the labeled areas. So.
That's okay. Do you see a big blue one off to the side?
Sure don't.
Strange.
It was linked in the chat.
Yeah, I did
for
link it.
info.
I can link it again to you.
No, I can.
I'm not really a Roll20 person, so for layer visibility, I thought I had it set so you could see.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Given.
Breach how all
Maybe
die,
not.
even at it underlined. Okay.
Change
That's-
layer. Now you should all be able to see this one. I'm not sure why you can't. Roll 20.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're talking about. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to like. So I have to get into the trial one, and there are people in the trial room.
It sounds like there is someone in there.
Cool. Thank you.
You're very welcome. In that case, why don't we? I guess you tell me what you're planning to do. Are you planning to try to break into the lock or to come back and give people information, or what's your plan
Mm.
next?
We're gonna see what's up. I'm gonna sit here for a minute and think. One thing I was considering doing was knocking on the door and then just greasing the stairs.
Okay.
But I don't know that I'm there yet.
Funny.
I don't know that I'm there yet. So
I kind of hope you get there though, because that sounds delightful to me. All right, so camera panning dramatically back down into the room full of prisoners. Quintillius, you've successfully fed all of the prisoners on the southern side at this point. You're, I assume, moving up towards sort of the northwest area. They honestly seem pretty stoked about the food so far. Are you doing anything to change your behavior? You're just going to go through and feed them one by one while your crew talks to prisoner 13?
I would like to make a perception check to see if any of the or if they're like taking too long, if it seems like there's any difficulty, and I'm just gonna keep noticing that whether or not this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this hexagon in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I just had to count. But
You're good.
whether or not there's anything inside, whether or not any of the guards are, because I do notice that the doors, as I'm kind of circling around it, I'm gonna just keep an eye on whether or not any of the guards are coming out from the doors.
For sure. So you can't see inside, but you know that there are one-way windows there. So you know at any time a guard from inside could be looking out towards you. It doesn't seem like any of them are taking any kind of immediate action. The doors aren't opening. There's no like change to lighting or big dramatic alarms going on.
Sounds good. Then when I get about here, I'm just gonna spend more time kind of looking over and seeing if they're just taking way too long in one spot, or anything. If I'm here and they're still in front of prisoner 13, there might be something wrong. So
yeah, fair enough. Well, let's see how that conversation is going. So y'all, prisoner 13 is basically just looking at you expectantly at this point, kind of unawares that a slippery lizard has maneuvered into the middle of the prison. I was going to say, are you going to go get the list for me?
We're working on it. I think you need to get to know Wilson a bit more before your date. Wilson?
Immediately flush red.
This is going to start looking incredibly suspicious. You all know this, right? You know how a prison operates? The guards watch you?
Oh, yeah, I suppose I should act natural.
She's gonna facepalm.
I very loudly, so other people can hear, I go, guard, Jockus, Bumbopsis.
Yes. Frodrick, we're called to action.
Frodrick will stomp up to his little paw feet and open the door and stick his kitty hat out.
We request that we have some time with the prisoners to learn about their nutritious dietary needs, and we find that when guards are in and intruding, they can't listen to their gut health as well. Can we have like 10 minutes to interview them so that we can make sure that without interference?
I'm gonna tug on Frodrick's sleeve and kind of pull him down. Frodrick, this feels suspicious. I don't like it.
You're right. I thought it was suspicious, but I wasn't sure.
Right?
This feels suspicious. We don't like it, Frodrick will say.
I'm just gonna continue pushing the cart and just, I guess we're done here. Let's go back to the kitchen.
Fine. I go, fine, but when your prisoners start getting scurvy, don't come to me. And I'm dramatically walk off.
Show them you mean business. Go knock their cart off.
That would be mean. I don't want to do that. to work with these people.
You're a guard.
You're a guard.
I'm gonna go over
I
and knock
thought I
the cart.
knew you,
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and knock the cart over.
Jackus Bambapsis.
Frodrick,
But you
Oh,
have a heart of darkness.
This is
Your
now
cart
the
gets knocked
carts
by your
and
tiny
stuff is all
friends.
over the floor. We're gonna have to stay here and clean it up. Oh,
yeah, you better stay
no.
here and clean it up.
Damn you, Jack has been Baptist.
Yeah, don't forget my name.
Jackus Bambapsis. Truly the most cold-hearted of the guards, says Froderick as he goes back into the Panopticon and seems most emotional and upset again.
No, perfect. That's how you do it.
You've crushed this poor kitty's spirit. I hope that you know. He felt that he had like a true friend, and now he thinks that he's been like tempted by the forces of darkness.
Now, the second Quintillius brings his cart over, I knock it over, and I just make eye contact with the see-through window, and just like,
You feel like you can perceive the general vibe of a cat person sweating.
Well, that's rather unfortunate. I guess I have to clean it up. Nowhere near everybody else.
stay here and talk to this prisoner if you want to, but you clean this up.
Wait, also, Quintillius was like feeding a bunch of prisoners and giving them really good food. So some of the prisoners nearby are going to be pretty upset by this, and they're yelling like swear words at you and talking about how the guards here are inhumane, and that they can't even like treat their staff right, much less their prisoners.
My name is Frodrick. Don't you forget that. Plop, plop, plop.
Death to Froderick! Yells a tiefling.
That's how it's done.
I don't think this increases the suspicion level of you, but it definitely does something.
I'm just gonna be just myself and just look at the prisoners. Just, it's okay. It's just inconvenient, but I can clean this up. That's fine. And just continue cleaning up.
Hold in there. You hold in there. We're in this together, you and I.
Should I roll to just leave my keys with Quintillius? Or could I have knocked it over and then kind of like, as I'm ordering him, just make it part of my yelling?
So, do you mean like your keys for opening the doors and stuff that staff events do? So I have good news and bad news, and news that I totally meant to tell you when you were doing your tour that I think I neglected to do so.
Oh no.
Which is that the doors will just open for you.
Oh.
Because they're magic.
Oh. And why do I have keys?
I think you were handed keys by like cool Majestic copy keys. So those are keys that, for all you know, might be for the cells. But I will say, taking a pretty good look at the cells here, they don't have keyholes in them.
Oh. I'm gonna go back to Frodrick then.
He doesn't really seem to want to talk to you. If you walk into the Panopticon, a couple of the other guards are gonna give you a dirty look, and Frodrick is gonna like turn his head away from you.
Yeah. I'm gonna
look out pensively out the window with his little paws behind his back.
I'll toss the magic keys down. What is going on here? Who has allowed them to make copies? Someone allowed the prisoners to make copies.
You found these keys in the prisoners?
And I point to prisoner 13. And that one.
No. How could this happen? We have to tell the warden.
Yes, let's go tell the
warden.
warden.
Start running up the stairs in the middle.
I follow him.
Sounds good. So hey Van, you're hearing soft paw footsteps running up the stairs below you.
And plop, plop, plop.
Yeah, and also familiar plop plopping sound.
I'll just
Plop,
make
plop.
sure I have a nice, comfortable little place to stand that is as against the wall as possible, and just wait to see how this.
Sounds good.
And I'll cast Mage Hand.
Sounds good.
I would like to continue hanging out with prisoner 13 and specifically ask, so how does your cell door open?
It's controlled from inside the Panopticon.
That's a double entendre
Oh.
if I've ever heard one.
Cool. Let's let's get this. Yeah, and I'm gonna go to the surveillance room, quickly following everyone else.
I mean, I think it was only K'Rizz'K in the form of Jackus Baptist, the rudest guard in this entire prison's history, who were in
Never
there. It
mind,
is
I
full
won't
of
be able to
guards.
get in.
You're all chefs. You are officially not allowed inside. You could try to sneak or break in if you wanted to.
Sure. I would like to sneak in and break in
Sure.
if necessary.
Sounds good. Sounds good. See if there can be a good opportunity to potentially sneak in. Yeah, actually. A couple of the guards are going to come out the door that is on the northern side, so sort of closest to prisoner 13's cell. And I'm going to start approaching her direction. One of them is a familiar looking large walrus who looks very upset.
What's
But
wrong?
You could try to slip in
officer?
the door behind them. Or
Oh,
you could
yes.
talk-
No, I'm going to try to slip in. I didn't know I was close enough. If I'm close enough, I'm absolutely sleeping in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Roll stealth.
Yay. That's a 9.
Right. So they're unfortunately gonna notice your attempts to sneak in, and the walrus man is gonna put a big ol' arm in front of you and go, "And where are you going?" Wobble wobble wobble.
I wanted to see inside the cool tower.
Roll persuasion.
That's a 15, but with my modifier, it's a 14.
Shit. It is a pretty cool tower, but you can't look. I'm sorry.
Oh, fine, whatever.
Blame Francois.
I will.
I do.
It still smells like egg in there. Never again. Gonna close the door behind him and look at you, and then march towards prisoner 13's cell. The other two of you down here on the bottom floor, what are you doing?
I'm cleaning up the food that was spilled at the bottom, in front of prisoner 13's cell.
Scrubbing.
And I'm just chatting with her, and I'm like, "So what'd you do to get in here?"
A lot of things.
Were they cool?
I mean, a little bit cool.
Amazing. Have you ever thought about writing a book?
What would I write in the book?
About all the cool shit you did. You know, share that knowledge with other people that want to do cool shit.
I'm not admitting to any of that stuff.
Are you
I'm
already
here
in
because I
jail?
want to be here.
Wait, why?
It's none of your business. I like it
cool.
here.
It'd be cooler if it was.
Yes, the McConaughey technique. That always works.
Excellent, excellent. I'm here for a reason. Do you speak Dwarven?
I speak common, draconic, celestial, and infernal.
Never mind. Carry on. Do any of you speak
Oh,
Dwarven?
I speak Dwarvish.
So just you two? Okay. Well, I guess you're also the two who've had like the least opportunities to investigate this person. But Quintillius, they're chatting with this prisoner here, this prisoner 13 person. And yeah, she's completely covered in tattoos, but it's script. She has a pretty sizable excerpt from a dwarvish poem that reads, "Endless dreams entombed in stone." A whole bunch of dwarvish writing scattered all over her body. Are you taking a closer look at her tattoos?
Yeah, I'll just kind of like clean up on my side and just. Are you okay over here? Have you done cleaning yet? And then also kind of just look towards the prisoner and the tattoos and stuff like that.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Ooh, that's a good one for me. And that is a good roll. That's a 25.
Yo, let's go, let's go. Her tattoos are startlingly intricate. They're all over her body, but between the big, bold ones, there are some quite subtle tattoos. Interesting, subtle tattoos, in a way that feels maybe a little more intentional than just for artistic purpose. Do you have Arcana?
I do have Arcana.
Roll me Arcana.
Perfect. That is a 16.
Yo, let's go. You're pretty sure that these are something similar to maybe a mind or a telepathic effect. She's got magic etched on her skin.
I'll just kind of look over and just... Interesting tattoos you have there.
Thanks.
Are they part of the key that we're trying to look for?
Ooh. She's gonna stare daggers at you. Bring me those papers, and we can talk.
We're working on it. I'm sure, right? We're working on it. I'll just like kind of
Frankly,
break
that was
out
something
of
you
that,
knew.
and I'm like no clue. I'm just like kind of looking over to.
You're all
to
being the
Saura.
most suspicious possible, and yet somehow getting away with it. During this conversation, two big old guards are gonna rampage up over towards her. The cell door
I'm
will
clean
open.
in here.
There's
They
lots
will
of
stomp
cleaning.
through the stuff that you're cleaning and kick it around a little bit. They're mean to cooks. It's their personality trait. They only get one.
Man,
Yeah, they're fully making the mess worse for you, unfortunately. And they're going to start demanding to know where Prisoner 13 got that set of magical keys, to which he will claim absolutely no knowledge pretty convincingly. Upstairs, though, on the second floor, the pitter-patter of little kitty cat feet. And you didn't sneak in. Right. Where did you end up going? Just to check in so I know where you are on my brain map, Wilson. Are you still outside in the main prison area? Because I remember you got blocked trying to sneak in, but they decided that you weren't suspicious because it was actually really cool in there. Did you go anywhere after that? Wilson?
I think I would have gone to help Saura clean up a little bit,
Okay,
but
sounds
like
good.
not do an efficient job because it's our excuse to be out here right now.
Sounds good. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss something. In that case, then, on the second floor, the pitter-patter of paws and little flip-flop feet approaches Van. You said that you're hiding around the corner. I won't make you do a cell check for this. You've already snuck past this person, and the other person is your ally.
Yeah, and basically I'm hugging the wall and I have a mage hand up my sleeve.
Sounds good, sounds good. Froderick is going to run up to that floor and push open the door that says Hall of Absolution on it. And inside is another guard and a woman who seem to be having a conversation with this guard in the room. They look on in surprise as Froderick starts ranting about magical key copying and prison breaks being afoot and the cruelty of certain guards while looking towards a certain guards, and the ethics of the prison industrial complex. He's just going off.
I'm gonna dismiss the magical keys.
That's going to cause so much confusion downstairs.
And so what's the door situation during this conversation?
So the door is still open to the hallway. It looks like Froderick just opened it with the push of a paw.
Okay.
And I think Jackus Bambapsis, known K'Rizz'K in disguise, also followed in.
Mm-hmm.
And there's room to move through the door
There-
at this point?
Totally, yeah. There's a human guard in here, as well
let's
as
press
that
that luck.
person in red robes. That's Marta Martinez.
I'm gonna
Press
try
that luck.
to sneak in.
In my
Sounds
mind,
good, sounds good.
In my mind, the moment that Van dismissed the keys is the moment that she's like, I didn't summon any keys. Convenient, isn't it?
I was basically about to do that. So downstairs, the walrus guard, he's like a walrus man, is angrily shaking these magic keys in prisoner 13's face. And she's stoically claiming to have no knowledge of this key bullshit, that she doesn't want to leave anyways, and that it's clearly someone else trying to make trouble for her, and that they should get the hell out of her cell. And the walrus guard's going to shake them aggressively in her face as if this is the proof of your betrayal. This is the proof of everything. And then they just vanish mid-sentence, and he looks kind of deflated. Huh, he will say. I should say they also probably vanished the moment he walked into the cell, or they should have, in some kind of an anti-magic field.
Yeah, they're magical objects. So yeah.
I should say notably though, they didn't.
Interesting.
Are the two guards going to?
Feels like a
leave
thing
soon?
those downstairs
Can I
might
do an
have caught
Arcana
on to.
check?
Sure.
I'm like, that's sus. Let's go Arcana. It's not bad. 17.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, looking around, you can see the sigils and the framing of several anti-magic fields in this area. Each of the prison cells are really quite clearly marked with them. Save one that just seems a little bit scuffed, and you're not quite seeing quite as much anti-magic from it as you would expect. It's prisoner 13's cell.
Good to know. I'm gonna tap
Thinking
Wilson.
back, it's probably the only reason you were able to read thoughts.
Yep, no, that makes sense. I'm gonna tap Wilson, and I'm gonna tap Quintillius, and I'm gonna go, you know what chefs aren't supposed to do? Clean the floors. I think it's time to take our leave.
Fair enough.
But
And
we don't. Okay.
and I will tap the two guards on the backs and just, you are doing a very, very good job. Not sarcastically or anything. I just want to let you know that. Great job. And
You know what? That means a lot coming from one of Francois' little minions, you know?
yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. And I'm just gonna, with my hands, use magical tinkering on both of their armors and put a visual effect on both of the armors that just say, actually kick me, please, on both of the back of their armor. And then just
I'll
continue
give
on.
that to you.
Yeah.
That's really cute. So the actual kick me guards, I mean, they no longer have the keys. They don't understand exactly what's happening. They're debating whether or not it makes sense that the keys vanish when they enter the cell, because clearly it's some kind of an evil magical copy. But then how did a prisoner in a magic cell, a cell here that's magically proofed, could possibly copy the keys in the first place? So this must be an inside job of some sort. But who would dare do something like this? And they start having a whole little debate as they wander back towards the panopticon, and the cell door will slam shut on prisoner 13's cell. Upstairs, though. You're sneaking?
I did, yeah. I got a 16 on my stealth with advantage.
All right, let's see how they do. Oh. They have disadvantage still, right?
They sure do.
Can't believe you spoiled a nat 20. They somehow still have not noticed you. This person noticed your imp, notably. But they haven't noticed you for some bloody reason. let me well, I want to make sure these are the right stats. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, nope, they absolutely somehow still have not spotted you. So this woman in a red robe, something actually that you will notice. Do you want to give me an insight check?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Never mind. Carry on. this is definitely the person who was here, like, rampaging and doing nonsense in Dwarvish in the hallway with a can of ale earlier. He's now having a conversation about prison security with the guard who was up here, and now the 2 other guards who've just rampaged up here.
Is there anything like...
go ahead.
Is there anything that strikes me as important in this room, or is this like a... Are we in like the waiting room of the office? Or
you're in the Hall of Absolution. So this room is a little bit up the prison roof. It's a long, slightly curved table with elven chairs. Takes up an awful lot of the room. It's sort of really set up to... it looks like the place that you go to see if you're getting parole.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's very much that vibe. There's a whole wall of extremely fancy, intricately carved elven chairs that are probably centuries old. And then the medieval prison equivalent of like a plastic lawn chair for a prisoner to sit on in the very middle of this room to be judged. To one side, to your left is that name plaque again. It looks like it's an office. And the other side, it seems to be just a room of some sort. But there's 2 other doors out of this room.
And the name plaque is the warden, right?
Yeah, the name plaque is... Let me scroll. I want to make sure I get it right. It is Warden Marta Martinez.
All right. All right, so... There's 3 of them. Plus our buddy in there.
Well, there's 2 plus your buddy in there.
2 plus
Wait,
buddy.
yeah,
all right.
3, yeah. Hang on, because there's the guard and the warden up there.
I'm trying to think if it's worth it to... And I have no idea that there's like suspicion downstairs.
Nope.
I will check and see if the as quietly and slowly as I can, check and see if the warden's door is unlocked.
Dun, 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 dun. Let me check the map. Roll me a d20 and tell me, and I'll, you know what? You tell me if higher low is good for you. I'll roll a d20.
Hi.
Okay, wait, actually, never mind. I know the answer to this question regardless. So the room, which one are you going to? The office or?
Yeah, the warden's office. Yeah.
The warden's office. Sounds good. So on the office, it does have one of those arcane locked doors on it.
Okay.
I also love that you're sneaking around, slithering around in this like massive, open, brightly lit room that's meant to make someone feel exposed and observed from all directions and just deeply judged. And you're like, sneak slide in, do.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna like hold and see how this thing plays out with these 3.
Sounds good. I'm curious how this thing is going to play out. Froderick is basically freaking out and really upset about the behavior of the new guards and about how everyone's being treated and something about lizards. He's really yelling about lizards for some reason. What are you doing? Jack is Bambapus, known totally legal guard.
I'm gonna just point accusatorily at Frederick. It's very clear that he doesn't belong here. This kind of job requires a hard exterior, and he is just too soft and fluffy. And I'm going to lean over. No offense, Frederick, I still love you.
He looks absolutely befuddled. Great, says the warden. Come into my office.
Yes, ma'am.
And she will lead you and the crew into the room that a certain snaky bean is awaiting right next to you.
Oh, I'm gonna slither in.
Sounds good. I won't make you roll for that one. Hang on. That's the... Aha, perfect. Wanted to make sure I had the right stuff. So you can slither into the office. She's going to sit down with you. and Froderick, and this other random guard who is now looking rather out of his element at this point, and demand an explanation of what exactly is going on in her prison. What do you say? Not you specifically, but what does Jacka's Bambapa's known asshole guard say?
I'm just gonna climb up onto a chair and just try to look Froderick in the face and just be like, "Go ahead and tell her what happened, Froderick."
He starts with the lizard room betrayal, and the terrible reign of Francois, and the kitchen of nightmares, and how his feelings have been hurt, and he's sure being real distracting. What's anyone else who's real sneaky doing up there at this particular moment?
Okay, I'm trying to find the paperwork that Prisoner 13 mentioned.
Okay.
I would point out I have a passive investigation of 15.
What is the... You see a whole bunch of locked cabinets. Pretty sure that will be where the paperwork... You can tell that they're locked because they have big old padlocks on them.
Oh, wow, this is just not...
Physical padlocks. Glance over to the ring of keys on the warden's belt.
Okay, I study the ring of keys on the warden's belt while this interaction takes place.
Sounds good. I mean, essentially, it's at this point somewhat indecipherable nonsense. Froderick has been broken on an emotional level. He's clearly upset and he's overwhelmed. He at one point calls for you to be put to death, Jackas, and then he bursts into tears at the thought of harming you because you're such a good friend. And this goes on for a pretty significant period of time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to turn the tables on him, and just kind of like urge him to come down to my level, and I'm gonna like hug him and just kind of rub his back a little bit and just be like, it's okay, not everybody's built for this.
Roll persuasion.
You got it. Ooh, 12 and 5 is 17.
5 and 17. All right. That sounds good to me. That'll be enough to calm him down somewhat. His shoulders drop, the fur on his body seems to soften a little bit. And this has been plenty of distraction to do any kind of shenanigans, and want to do any kind of shenanigans. And I won't go through the whole conversation, but this has probably been about 20 minutes worth of rambling nonsense with a very tired warden. Is Van doing any sort of crime nonsense?
I would assume by that...
Or are you all downstairs?
I would assume by that point my flock of familiars wore off.
It actually hasn't really been that much time. You sort of rampaged into this. I don't know that they have worn off.
Okay, rock and roll.
Does the warden's office have a window?
It does. Okay.
I would imagine it have a window, being it's the warden's office.
It's sort of unclear how this is exactly structured, for like how many floors the central prison area has. I think that it visibly doesn't have a window on the map. No. It is, however, external.
Oh, never mind then.
So it wouldn't have a view to where the prisoners are. It would have a view to the outside of the building.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry. Well, Prisoner 13 is back in her cell. So Van, you've got your horde of familiars back. What are you doing? Because you've had them the whole time, but they're on standby.
I mean, realistically, my plan is to wait till they leave the room.
Okay.
As soon as they leave the room, conjure a copy of the warden's keys and ransack his shit.
At the moment, there is no sign of this conversation and interaction that's happening ending anytime soon. However, for those involved, it definitely feels like it's going on way longer than it has any need to do so.
Yeah, I think once
Broderick is just inconsolable.
Yeah,
despite your best attempts to console.
Once
He's
he
calming
starts
down,
to
but he still has a lot to say.
Yeah, no. Once he starts like crying or being on the verge of crying, I just look at the warden and be like, I'll take him down to the barracks and put him to sleep.
Great, she says.
I'm sorry for the
The
disturbance.
new hires are getting worse every time.
It's okay,
She
Frederick.
won't stop you. You can go down there.
Yeah, and I'll leave the door open too because I don't know any better. I'm a new guy.
I'm gonna have
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll have Kodo follow.
See, she's actually gonna stay in the office.
How tough does she look?
I mean, it's hard to say. She's definitely wearing robes, not armor. But she looks like she's, seen her fair share of strife.
Yeah, I'm running out of patience and we're running out of time. So myself, Poto, and Soto are going to all just jump her.
Sounds good.
I do have something I'd like to do probably
go for it.
before that happens. And I would like to use my... I'm a thief rogue, so I'm going to use second story work to get up to the roof of the tower and pick the lock on the door at the top to get downstairs to help out.
Yeah, that sounds good. We can do that moment where the camera pans to outside and you've snuck out the side of the building and clambered your whole way up to the top of the prison and you've gone down. I think that's totally doable. You bringing anyone else with you?
I can't because I just have the ability to scale that wall. I don't think.
But
any of
what
us...
if you brought a cool and convenient rope? Because this is totally a flashback to a planned thing. You definitely all planned.
Oh yeah, I actually have a grappling hook and 50 feet of rope in my inventory, so I'll set that grappling hook up and throw the rope down.
Sounds good. So I feel like because we have, I know we have a time limit, and the time limit I got was actually less than I thought that we had. So I think what we probably should do is we should bypass the combat-y kind of thing. But it sounds like you're taking the lead on this. Do you want to roll me one single attack, Travis, and let me know how it goes?
Sure. I assume that this attack will be made with advantage because I'm
Absolutely,
currently unseen by them. Wonderful.
And what your intention
pressure.
is with it
It's
too.
gonna this is pass or fail right now.
100%, yeah.
That's not great.
Uh-oh.
That's much better. 24.
Thank goodness. So, you all essentially, are all of you going on this escapade?
I would have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So in a flurry of motion, the four of you, I'm not sure if the particularly cruel guard, Jackus Bambapsis, I'm sorry your name is fun to say, has circled back somehow to partake in this meticulously schemed and perfectly planned ambush. But the four of you leap out all at once. In an instant, she looks like she's about to say something. She starts doing some kind of verbal and somatic series of components, and she is interrupted by a snaky hand across her face and all of you tackling her. Is your goal here to simply secure her, or are you trying to harm her?
I just want to knock her the hell out.
Yeah. You can knock her out. You can tie her up. She's gonna get real heckin' annoyed later on, but that's a problem for future guard staff here. And her set of keys
I would like
sitting on her
to
hip.
find the ledger.
Sounds good. Rampaging through all of the locked cabinets in here. There is a ton of information. They contain not only the information about everyone who was ever incarcerated here, but the death records for those who died. The cause of death is always given as natural, accidental, or unnatural, but with no details ever provided. It also contains ship cargo manifests, records of all past deliveries, prisoner transfer schedules, an awful lot more information than was honestly requested of you.
If I could, I would cast Unseen Servant and give them some paper and be like, copy down as much as you can.
I'm gonna also do that with my servant.
If you look even more, the desk in the middle of the room has financial ledgers as well, so you can get all of the prison's financial information.
I steal that.
You all snuck up from the roof, right? So no one can see the roof?
We just assumed
I
no
didn't see
one's
anybody
off.
on my way in.
I suggest perhaps we
Came out through the courtyard.
tie the warden to something on the roof.
It sounds
All right,
good.
I can do that.
You can do that. You'll tie the warden up to onto something on the roof and work your
Can
way
I cast
back down from the
invisibility
outside.
on the warden?
Yes.
The warden's
Brilliant.
invisible.
She's gonna be so annoyed. So annoyed. Oh my goodness. So I will make you a roll for scaling back down the side of the building, going back in through the courtyard and over to prisoner 13. So one person though should make one stealth check for all of you assembling back together with no suspicions being spotted by all of the guards. Who would want to take the lead on that?
I mean, if we can
I got
benefit
it.
from. Yeah.
You got it. I believe in you.
Let's see. That is going to be 19.
All right. There's definitely some kind of activity happening within the Panopticon. You can hear some guard conversations going on, but they don't seem to be immediately going in your direction.
Do we have the
sneak your way-
information that prisoner 13 requested?
You do. You have more information than prisoner 13 requested. She might actually be real stoked on this.
I'm going to just start thrusting papers through the cell bars and say, okay, now tell us where the treasure is. I'm sure what you
Sounds
need
good,
is in here
sounds good.
somewhere.
I'll need 20 minutes. And she's going to start flicking through the papers quite rapidly, while having a conversation as if she's on the phone. And she will fully spend 20 minutes doing this, pacing herself. It's tense. The guards are definitely wandering around. They start like sending out more patrols and trying to figure out stuff. They will definitely advise all of you to be careful because something suspicious is going on. But they don't do anything.
I would like my
Um,
familiars to create as much havoc as far from us as possible. Like, some of you may die, but that's
But they can always come back again.
Go.
Absolutely, absolutely. After 20 minutes, when she's done very, very quickly flicking through the paper and doing something, she will say, all right, who am I giving the key to then?
Me! I'll stick my hand
Of
through
course
the bar.
it's the cute one. She's going to pull out a very, very small knife. Say, this might hurt a little. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And she's going to gently carve the pattern of the tattoo on her right arm, on your right arm. This will
Oh.
get you into the vault.
Wilson, I think this means you're
I was
married to
right.
her.
Not everything is there. Varric will be disappointed. There's still a fair amount there. Or Varen will be disappointed, but there's still a fair amount there.
Well, we'll do what we can. And I'll lean over
You
to
have done me a
K'Rizz'K.
great.
This relationship's moving much faster than I anticipated.
Yeah, you have matching tattoos. That means you're married now.
Is that what that does?
Mazel tov!
Let's leave.
Yeah. Say goodbye to your wife.
Okay.
He's just going for cigarettes. He'll be back shortly.
The prison is completely full of total nonsense for the next while. Y'all are able to exfiltrate. A lot of this is led, it seems, by Francois, who is perchance leading some kind of an egg-based prison revolt about getting better quality food, because rotten eggs lead to rotten hearts. And
Can I
also
throw
the
3
worst
eggs at
possible
Francois?
stinky farts. He has a chant going on. You throw eggs at him mid-chant. He's never been more offended in his life, and he starts a small prison riot about stinky egg farts. And I can't believe you've done this. Startling stuff. By evening, it's dark outside. You head down sneakily down that elevator towards the water. You shine that light, and a small ship just hiding out into the ice near the prison will slide on up to the dock just long enough for the 5 of you to hop on. Farron and Bertha are both there on the ship. They'll say, "Did you get it?"
Yes.
I'll hold up my arm, which is still probably bleeding a little bit,
Yeah.
and say, I got it.
I'll clean up the blood.
Great.
Like I'll presto like some of the blood and just this is a little bit more. It'll look better.
I would have healed it little by little, like 1 or 2 points by.
Yeah.
No! Don't heal it. We need the markings.
No. Just the 1 point at a time. 1 point at a time.
Oh, on the boat again. Yep. Well, and y'all will head back towards, I assume, Baldur's Gate, with of course many various storied incidents along the way. You did negotiate your 3% fee. I'm not sure that your
107.
overarching organization would be stoked on this, but you do have the
wasn't-
potential.
3% of the original
having-
treasure, though. So if there wasn't the original treasure, then we still need.
Lawyered.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3% of the remaining treasure.
No, I did say original at the just of all of
But
it.
you know, they got to go for 3% of the recovered treasure, and she spent a lot of it on setting up a small criminal network, it seems. But you will all get, I think about 250 gold worth each. And then a total of 12 gemstones. The outcomes of this were not quite as enriching as they had hoped. It's not bad, but they were certainly hoping for more than what they got there. I say also, though, the Golden Vault will reward y'all with 1 rare magic item of your choice, because they're fancy as heck that way. Subject to my approval, of course, as payment, and this will be mystically delivered to you by magical butterflies at some point the next day. I should check in on time stuff. It sounded like we were tighter in time than I thought, so we rampage a little bit towards the end there. I guess you have any questions about stuff that we might have skipped over?
I mean, what could we have skipped over?
Well, we
I mean, there's
skipped
a little
over
bit
so
of
much,
a little
I'm
bit of,
certain of it.
of information for
Yeah.
sure. There was some potential combat
sure.
encounters and all of that stuff. Prisoner 13's kind of neat. She basically runs an entire criminal empire from the prison. She's not supposed to be doing that from her cell. I changed that a little bit
That's why
to
she
have her
doesn't
cell
wanna
the one that
leave.
doesn't have
Okay.
anti-magic on it, because finding another time to get her out of the cell to go communicate the thing felt like a quest moment that we didn't quite have time for. But that's why she's happy to be there, is that she's running an entire criminal empire from in there, although no one knows that she's their patron. And all of the money she stole,
What could
she's
we have
using to
gotten
fund
from
that
the
criminal
armory?
empire. That's a good question. There is a small combat encounter with it's a beholder in there.
Oh,
It's just vibing.
just one of those
wait.
beholders.
A
Yeah, it's
beholder or a
it's just little
spectator?
spectator. It's a spectator.
Oh,
Like,
okay, okay.
a it's like a mini beholder. It's like a little baby beholder.
Still a beholder.
It's still probably
Yeah.
more than we could have chewed.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. It's not that challenging. Like, it's definitely like the beholder in vibes, but I think y'all could have rocked it.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, amusingly, the armory just had like really normal weapons. It's just like halberds and stuff. Like,
Amazing.
That's unfortunate.
yeah, it would have been really funny if y'all broke into it and you're like, great, you have 5 heavy crossbows. Congratulations.
I would have kept just my hat. Oh man.
What was everybody's
dramatic.
like character builds? Because I know we didn't get a ton of we didn't have combat, so we didn't like get to show off some of the stuff.
Oh, so my hat's actually a force cannon. It's
Oh,
a force cannon
that's
with,
what it
with
is.
little
Okay.
legs, like spider legs. So that's the
Oh, that's so
explosion as
cute.
well. So it was going to be like I placed the hat down and then it could break walls, or we could use it as combat. But yeah, I'm a
Oh, that's
artillerist.
amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That I did not
Basically.
realize that's what your hat was. I knew you had one, but I didn't realize it was your hat. That's so cute. I really like that. I see cats too. No,
It's Frodrick.
I can't believe it, poor Frodrick.
I was an Oath of Redemption paladin.
No.
Yeah. That makes
No.
sense.
Well, you certainly are after this encounter.
Certainly needs to be
Yeah.
after this encounter.
I can't believe what you did to poor Frodrick, who you invented whole cloth and then betrayed.
Sacrifices had to be made.
Yeah, but
We
you
won.
created the sacrifice to then sacrifice. You made the poor wholesome little kitty and then broke his poor wholesome little kitty heart. He's never going to recover from this. The next time that I run a game for you, a cat's going to be mad at you, and you'll know why.
Noted.
Yeah,
Noted.
now you know. Permanent cat kerfuffles. I guess we do actually still have like 10 minutes. Yeah. All right. So with the amount of time I thought we had, and then I got confused by the 15-minute warning. All right. Well, I guess we could. I don't know. Is there anything else we want to do? We could talk about total nonsense. We got more time than anticipated.
Well, what was?
Or we could do outros and make tea.
What was Charlie's build?
Oh, I was an evocation wizard. My magic item I haven't got to use at all was an orb of time, which I thought was funny for like she just gives herself more time to study.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's really cute.
I love it.
I would like to point out that
yeah.
this, sorry.
No, that's
sorry.
it. I was like, that's just it. And she's just a student. She's just a student with student loans, so that's why she keeps being here.
Gotta pay those things off.
I would like to point out that this is the same prison that's in the Dungeons and Dragons movie, right? Like the Hall of Absolution is exactly the same thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why that's the only one that has the windows on it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I had to check the map. I think in the actual version, it's got
in that.
Yeah, 100%.
Jonathan appears in that room, in the trial room that we were in for a hot minute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. I think the actual version, because this is like a somewhat compressed version of the map, because I think I've run this prison before and it had a couple more floors below it, and it's a bit of more like sizable giant prison fortress in an icy hellscape. But yeah, no, it's absolutely that prison.
They use this prison a lot, actually. There's also even Prisoner 13. They show up in Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. One of the quests has to do with Prisoner 13 as well. So interesting little
that
tidbit.
sounds familiar. Yeah.
Nice.
They like linking this one. This is like the big prison that they like using a lot.
I think this is the first official module that has come in a book that I've played ever.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do like 100% homebrew, whether I'm running it or not.
I'm
Nice.
typically on Team Homebrew myself for 5e, and
Same.
I mean, and honestly, I'm mostly running stuff other than 5e at this point too. But I still quite like 5e, and it's fun for the little fantasy romps. But it's neat every now and again to like pop into a setting that has so much like history and stuff built into it. I totally didn't clock that Prisoner 13 was from Rime, but I think I've seen that when Rime was run. I think that's where I'd seen that before.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Curious
sure.
that they portrayed Prisoner 13 now.
I don't know if it's actually that particular one, but I'm pretty sure that was mentioned before on Rime, but I
I'm gonna
could
check
be wrong.
because it sounds familiar, but I could be thinking about something else too.
I just know that there was Revel's End for sure.
Kelly says that they avoided it.
They avoided it. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, you mean the
Prisoner.
actual or your play?
Oh
of it.
yeah. Okay. So it doesn't look like there's a direct connection. Yeah, I knew that the prison was in there somewhere. So y'all skipped it. That makes sense. You really wanted to go there. Well, I'm glad that we did a little bit of Rebels End stuff today, Aroni and Cheese. Want to do more Rebels End stuff in the future.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Thank you so much for running the game, by the way. It was really fun.
Thank you all
Yeah,
so
it
much
was
for
really cool.
This is funny.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Enjoyed.
I mean, I think
Super
for
fun.
running a game on Zero Sleep at all, I had a ton of fun. Y'all are really rad to play dorky games with. Should we scheme towards outros? I think we have 7 minutes. We could do the slowest outros in Dork Tales history.
Oh, I can do a 7-minute outro for just me if you really want.
You know what? I mean, I kind of want to see if this happens now. That could be entertaining.
I could filibuster.
You know, we could very much filibuster. In the interim, though, why don't we start with you then? Why don't we start with the okayest DM? Tell us who you are, where we
Sure.
can find you. How you doing? Got anything you want to shill? Do you like cool hats? Do you like bread?
Oh.
You got legs?
I do indeed have legs. This has been confirmed on previous streams. I promise.
Nice.
I'm
Okay,
not.
good to know. Good
I'm
to know.
not a snake. I'm not UNT. I
Suspicious.
promise. Hi, I'm Dennis. You can find me on the internet at okayest__DM. As for things I have to plug, it's going to be Sagas, which is an acronym for Setting and Genre Agnostic System, which goes public on version 0.9 goes public on Monday, which is a wild milestone. A year ago, we raised almost $10,000 on Kickstarter to put towards making this game pretty. And the team and I have been like really hard at work to make sure that everything goes well. We've had a couple of delays and life problems and stuff, but this Monday, the final version of the rules are finally going to be able for everyone to access for free.
That's really
we're not
exciting.
trying to make money off of this game. We just want people to have fun. It's really, really easy to learn. Like my favorite story is when we was in development, one of the fans taught it to his 5-year-old daughter, who made an Ice Dragon player character in 15 minutes. So like it's real easy.
That's pretty rad, actually.
Really cool.
Yeah.
We've played tons and tons of games in it. We have a ton of one-page supplements that go along with it, like for anime, like Full Metal Alchemist, One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen. We've also done one where you tell poetry as you're playing the game, like you write poetry about the game you're playing, and then at the end you either have like a long form poem or an anthology about the game you just played. It's so much fun to do, especially on streams. And we've got
really
another one
cute,
for just generic horror stuff. The next one that's coming out is going to be for multiversal hopping, so you can play in a Denny's, and then you can go from a Denny's to a slasher horror to some dark academia building to all inside the same session. In fact, if you go over to Roll D5's YouTube channel, their most viewed VOD is a game of Sagas where we do that, and we jump like 10 worlds in one game. So much fun. I am so proud of what we've created for it.
Well, I'm honestly really excited to check it out.
That's my
a
plug.
great description. Well, thank you very much for plugging. I appreciate it. And I mean, this is a system I've heard little bits about, but I haven't seen. So I'm going to have to take a look myself too. Next on the list of real heckin' cool beans for doing outro schemes. I think it's chicken. Bok bok.
It's chicken. Bok bok.
I can't handle this.
I don't even find it that funny. I find it funny that you find it funny.
Okay, but that's what I find funny. We're stuck in some kind of a loop.
It's a great loop. I never want to leave it.
Aw.
You can find me on the internet, the Chicken Charlie or Charlie Greenbank, Charlie with 2 E's. Unlike the chicken restaurant in like Texas called Chicken Charlie's, so I had to add an extra E. I'm mostly here on Dork Tales these days as I'm finishing a bachelor's in writing. I'm also doing some photography, some video editing. I do a little bit of everything. You need me to have some extra hands in a project, I'll usually do it. So yeah, that's me. You'll see me here again at 9 o'clock till 1 a.m. while I run my own game of shenanigans. So come back.
It's 9 o'clock to 1 a.m. Pacific time?
Yes.
I look forward to seeing the VOD. I will be asleep. Good luck.
That's so fair.
It's already 9 p.m. for me. I'm a sleepy bean. Speaking of beans who are maybe not sleepy, but also in cool time zones. How you doing, Travis? You want to tell us who you are, where to find you, about cool segues towards other people doing outros?
Sure, yeah. So my name is Travis Legg. My pronouns are he, they. When I'm not playing in or running games, I'm writing them. Most recently, I have released Gauntlet of Spiragos for Scarred Lands for Savage Worlds. That just came out over at Drive-Thru-RPG. Also, The World Below came out this last week. So for new fantasy setting from Onyx Path Publishing. So I got the pleasure and privilege to work on that as well. So you should go buy those 2 books today at Drive-Thru-RPG. that's pretty much it for me. I want to thank you again for running, Millie. I hope I wasn't too rough.
You could have been
And
even more
thank-
chaotic. Bring it next time.
And I also want to thank the players for putting up with my forever DMS, flapping my gums probably more than I should have. But it was a grand time. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much for being here. This is actually a really convenient segue. Speaking of people, I'm really glad we're here. How you doing, Raph?
Oh,
Tell us
hi
about
everybody.
yourself.
I'm the Revenant Archon, and I run TTRPG stuff here on Twitch. Mondays are for Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition. Tuesdays I alternate between Werewolf the Wild West and Scion 1st Edition. And Thursdays I alternate between Legend of the Five Rings and 7C, so it's a John Wick night. And then I do stuff with the McStabber Studios. I've infiltrated all their WOD Wednesday games, and I appear sometimes as Rurik Rakosi in their Kansas City game, where I play a Sabbat Templar. And then I love every opportunity that I get to help out Kelly, because I love the people here at Dork Tales. And it is a treat every time that I get to share the table with the Banui themselves and everybody else that I get to play with. I think this is the second time or third time with Charlie. First time with most of the table. I think this is the second time with Travis too. It's just always, I'm like, all right, how do I keep up with everybody else? And it's always been a treat. So thank you guys for everything.
Thank you so much for being here. And then I think last on the list for telling us about who you are, where we could find you, Aster. How you doing?
Hello. I'm Asterisk VTuber. You may call me Aster or Asterisk or Aster. Easy enough. I am a composer, voice actor, and musician, and I love tabletop role-playing games. And we managed to, through friends of friends, kind of been able to run games for people and play in games for people. So much so that I'm just having a blast doing so, and I'm very, very glad to have this opportunity to be here with everybody here. I don't actually have anything to promote other than my stream that I do for trying to 4 days a week, and where I just do, games or music or some writing stuff as well. And yeah, that's basically about it. Like I said, thank you so much for the opportunity. This is my first time here on Dork Tales. I mean, other than the fact that yesterday I was here as well. And y'all are a wonderful group of people. And I just have one little question. Did you come up with the golden butterfly thing, by the way, or is it part of the?
Absolutely, yeah. That was, I just totally bullshitted that.
Because I did the same thing last night.
Wait, did you?
My golden key
yet.
literally disappears in little golden butterflies. I did the exact same thing. That's why I was just like, did I?
VTuber Hive Mind. It's the VTuber Hive Mind. Yeah.
It is the VTuber Hive Mind. Golden butterflies are amazing.
They're so cool though, hey?
Yeah, they are. But yeah,
because of time zones, I can't watch the really later streams because I'm 4 hours ahead of the rest of, or I guess the majority of the Dork Tales crew. So I have to watch them afterwards. I haven't caught up yet. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's rad. Oh, I'm so glad. That's neat. I fully just said that with no planning. I didn't even write that down. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. I like the butterfly. Let's go. And then I guess we're going to me. Hi, I'm me. I'm Bunny Hearted. She and her, they and them are always great for me. I'm a trans retro anime bunny girl VTuber. You can find me doing VTuber things on twitch.tv/bunnyhearted. I'm also here all the time because I really love this crew. Thank you, Kelly and Dork Tales Beans, for having me as always. Thank you for your patience with me running a game while so exhausted. I had a ton of fun though, and I hope that y'all did too. And I'll be back tomorrow in a game where we're all bunnies. I get to be a herring gun. Let's go. I'm stoked for it. Apparently we're over time now. We should go. Goodbye. I love you all. Don't explode.